Live from the Streamline Mortgage Solutions studio, it's Orlando's own Tom and Dan.
Hello. This is your Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan program. We hope that you will find our presentation precise, joke heavy, and just right. Thanks.
Welcome to the Friday free show of A Mediocre Time.
Hey! Oh yeah, it's Big Titty Friday!
What about that one? What about that one, dude? I thought that one was good, and even Samantha smiled, and you know how difficult that is.
Yeah, you're right.
If you can make Samantha smile, I feel like you've almost like you got lightning in a bottle.
If Butler falls down,
yeah.
she'll smile.
Butler was getting me this morning because he's a lunatic.
Oh, yeah.
Quite possibly
lot to talk
one of the strangest human beings I've ever met, and I love him so much.
Flying free.
Oh, and he made us like, look at this. I got an orange whip. Orange whip. 3 orange whips. This is like an orange whip from, what was that movie? Oh, God. My brain's not working. Blues Brothers. There it is.
Okay.
Blues Brothers.
Yeah, I saw him whipping it up.
Whoa.
He brought a punch bowl in. He brought a ladle.
Wiener alert.
Yeah, wiener alert. Hey, welcome to the show, everybody. It's a Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I am Dan.
I'm Tom. It's TD Friday. How you guys doing?
I'm great, man. I'm excited.
Let's start with this drink.
Chock full of caffeine. Yeah, this is an orange whip, it appears.
You know what's good for Tom's acid reflux?
I know, right? Dairy and citric acid.
Do we have to do everything
At this
based
point, I
around...
think he's trolling the fuck out of Tom.
Do we have to do everything based around your ailments?
I don't,
You need to wipe your mouth. You need to wipe your mouth. You need to wipe your mouth.
say anything.
Junior Tony over here.
Oh, feel the burn.
Oh, man.
Burn me
Wash
good.
it down with some water.
This time, like I've told you repeatedly to stay away from citrus and stay away from milk. So this week you decided
Double
to
down.
combine them both in
Double
one
down.
big butt fuck.
Yeah, I saw him whipping it in a giant bowl.
He had a whisk. He was
How
whacking
they
it.
get a whisk?
He was whacking it good over there. What did you make today?
So this is our creamsicle punch, really. So it's going to be just some orange juice, vodka, ginger ale, a little bit of Prosecco. I say a little bit. There's a whole bottle of Prosecco in
Goddamn.
there. Ice cream and then thinly sliced oranges. But there's a
Ice
lot of
cream?
vodka in there. Yeah,
It's
the
good.
vodka gives it a nice whip.
It's really tasty.
Yeah, thanks to ABC and
Yes.
that 1941 vodka.
Yep.
Also, another thing I wanted to promote that people don't know about is our lawyer sponsor, Mo DeWitt, justcallmo.com. He had made these co-branded silicone pint glasses. They're like a marbling. They're cool pint glasses.
It's kind of like almost like a tie-dye.
Yeah, and free in every Tom and Dan order. And Eric, our merchman, wanted to remind everybody that there's $10 shirts on there. We're trying to blow out some stuff before we ordered a huge order for the holiday season. So there's like a $10 ACT shirt and a bunch of other ones. So you can get that and a free silicone pint glass, some stickers. Eric always throws in that stuff.
How floppy is the silicone?
It's sturdy.
So it's a sturdy silicone.
Yeah, silicone pint.
I think
that's
I
nice.
want a floppy silicone.
I mean, it'll squish down. So you can
like condom thin?
Yes, okay, follow me
Whoa.
here.
You pour your beer,
and
it
I
just
want it
falls
to
over.
fall. Yeah, that's what I want. I think that'd be funny.
Yeah, like a paper condom thin.
I want to
silicone.
be able to fold it in, pull it out of my wallet, my silicone pie glass.
Red Coat Media should have a condom silicone.
Yes, you
wallet.
need a
I'm on this.
condom silicone. Although you told me, well, I don't want to. No, I'm not gonna blow up your spot.
Whoa,
You
now.
told me this
Personal
morning.
What do you call
business.
going wild?
Flying wild.
Flying wild.
This morning
No one
he
says
told
that, by
me
the
that
way.
he went raw
Wild
dog.
America.
He doesn't call it raw dog. Butler calls it flying wild.
This makes no sense.
Flying wild, homie.
That's like an old hippie term,
Yo,
right?
I'm flying wild.
Peace, bro.
So,
You're so weird.
Real quick, Sofa and Suds is coming up November 14th, and we have a slight problem.
Uh-oh.
And the problem is that every year...
Oh, it's the virus, right?
Well,
That's a big problem.
A slight problem?
Well, that's underneath.
A slight problem?
That's underneath. We're in
like
Florida.
COVID.
So our problem is that for the past 2 years, and of course we didn't do it last year, but the 2 years before that, Audi has won the whole thing. Because
I believe it's Team Audi North, or is it South? I think it's the Audi North.
Audi North.
Because their couches, they have the design, they have a steering wheel, they have it down.
And it's
They
the
put
car
money into
dealership
it.
Audi, in case you don't know what we're talking about. But yeah, these guys, they always win.
So to combat that, I've talked to the organizers, and we're going to try to beat them this year. And so we have a couch that's been in storage.
Don't we say this every year?
Yes, but here's what we're going to do.
This time we mean it.
I realized that we have that black leather couch that we got from someone.
That thing's
that
unlucky. It's unlucky.
Yeah.
It's cursed at this point.
And it's not really Tom and Dan, so I figured let's just order the IKEA couch that Butler's sitting on, our couch that we
Why
use
don't we give them this one and we'll take the new one?
Oh, okay, good point. Yeah. That's good.
Yeah.
Although we have to put it all together, that's a pain in the ass.
Well, we'll give them the new one then.
But anyway,
I don't want to put it together. It takes too long.
We need a listener to put wheels on this and make it sturdy, because I'm gonna pay Seth and his meathead buddies to push it as fast as they can, so we can eliminate Audi first round, and then everybody else can
get the
go on.
creatine crew out there to hump it.
But we need a listener to volunteer, and we'll pay.
Okay.
And I'm throwing money at this, because I'm gonna have to pay Seth and his meathead buddies too.
Remember the year that Little Red put a flamethrower on it?
I pushed that year. It was fucking scary as hell.
And then we never used the flamethrower.
You guys told us we couldn't.
I think they outlawed flamethrowers.
Mike
somebody
Smith
was smoking
told
a
us,
cigar while we were pushing it, and I'm like,
Who was propane tank?
one of the people that was pushing with us. I don't remember.
So you guys had people pushing or cigar smokers.
Correct.
Okay, that's smart.
So if you're willing,
Look, I didn't pick these people.
Mr. Cardio.
If you're willing to come pick up our couch, or at least we'll send you the IKEA couch, the same one we have, and put caster wheels on it, we'll reinforce it enough so it doesn't break apart, because it's cobblestone, so that's it's hard. And if you just send me an email and let me know how much I need to pay you to do that, and then deal's deal. It's done.
Oh, so you're gonna let them set the price?
That was so vague.
Yeah.
I don't even know what just happened.
Tell me a price and we're
Well,
good.
because I don't. Because
so what if one person email says $600? I'm gonna say that's too
I'm
much.
gonna say no. Then I'm gonna make Butler do it. And it's gonna be shitty, and we're gonna lose again.
Oh, okay. All right.
So yeah, but
a wheel will fall off.
Why
again.
do we even enter a couch?
Yeah.
because it's good promotion for
Okay,
us.
I agree with that. I agree
They
with
have the
that.
Tom
Is
and
it
Dan
when we
couch.
always lose?
Well, we say it.
I
guess
usually
we're
end
on
up-
stage, so
Okay.
I guess we
I
don't
know.
really
You were hosting the goddamn thing.
I
we
What
have
are
the
we
logo
talking about?
everywhere. I
I'm
don't
the
even know
problem.
why. I don't know why.
Don't do it. It's a waste of
I'm
money.
sorry, he's gonna get mad at me. I can already
It's
see.
for the spirit of the thing, right?
I
It's
know.
our.
Team Spirit. You literally hate Team Spirit.
Yeah, but we've
You hate 3, 2, 1, go. You do hate
do.
that.
We've-
You hate all in team on 3. You hate that.
We entered in a deal with Sanford to kind of take the branding over to
Yes.
make the Tom and
Let's
Dan's
just
over.
renege on the deal, man.
Well, no, it's a good deal.
Okay.
I just think we need a couch in the
Okay, I agree with you.
So
I agree.
Why it'd be weird if we didn't have one, right?
Yeah, but normally, and I'm going to blame myself. Normally, I am the problem here because normally I am the one that ends up turning on our team.
That's fine.
And
because
then I yell at everybody on our team, and then I say horrible things about them on the PA.
And then nobody wants to push
And then
for
nobody
us.
wants to
Well,
push
that's fine.
anymore, and
It's
that's
high-
my fault.
I'm-
I do that.
I'm throwing money
and
at
it's
it.
bad. It's not good to do that. I'm a bad person for doing that. And you know what? To all the people that heard that, I will apologize to you now. I'm very competitive, and when we do lose, and because we always lose, I get mad.
I still need some time.
You could still yell at them. Where I'm paying Seth and his muscle boys to push the
Seth and the Muscle Boys.
Yeah. Whatever he can get together at
Okay.
the gym. I'm
Is
sure.
he actually going to do it, though?
No.
Why don't we have
if I
all
pay him,
girls?
he'll do almost anything
Why
for
don't we do an
$50. It's
all-girl
insane.
team?
We won't win.
How dare you?
But what if they're like,
I'm just telling the truth.
what if we
what
spice
an
it up?
asshole.
I'm just saying
What
the
if
truth.
we spice it up a little
Why
bit?
are everybody so mad?
What if they're like, scantily clad? What if we try to do what the Imperial always does, where they try to go for the team spirit and the, hey, look, our couch is the coolest couch?
Because I'm trying to solve a problem in the fact that if Audi just wins again, people are going to be like, all right, I've seen this
Well, what you
for
really
years.
you really need is a guy from the inside to sabotage their couch is what you need.
Well, that's a whole different problem.
That's easier.
High
Butler will do
volunteers
that.
tribute.
Yeah, Butler will totally do that. He goes
chop it up over
undercover.
there.
He goes undercover as a salesperson for
He
Audi
peeks
North.
out from under the couch.
Yeah, he's in there. We got a man. We got to have a guy on the inside.
Stick in the spoke.
And then
Yeah.
what do you do? And they're like, someone put a stick in our spoke. I had to pull it out, throw it on the floor. And like, all right, ready to go.
We'll
Got a backup plan.
We'll burn their couch to the ground.
We can't give out all our secrets on air.
Yeah, we'll literally light it on fire and burn it down in their garage.
Anyway, just email me. So I think that's it. Let's,
Anything else to plug?
Well, I think we're good.
You want to do mail on mail?
Let's do some mail on mail.
All right. This drink is good, Butler. Frothy.
Hey guys, thanks for calling 1-800-HOT-DICK, the place to find real action with real men. To make it even better, we've got new low prices. So low, we're practically giving it away free.
If you are a man seeking a woman, press 1. If you are a woman seeking a man, press 2. If you are a man seeking a man, press 3.
Mail on mail.
Mail on Mail brought to you by Hollabox Willow Tree Cafe. If you're in Sanford, go by Hollabox, ask for a Tom and Dan pen. We're getting some new gummy bear pens.
Oktoberfest, too.
Yeah, it's
coming up next
Oktoberfest.
weekend.
Yep.
Probably the perfect time to swing by if you want the authentic experience. They've got to-go food you can get. You can order food to go, but you can also they got frozen takeaway meals you can get at the market. They've got the outfitters if you want
Get a
all the
custom pair of
gear.
lederhosen.
Yeah, a wall of gummy bears if that's your jam. Spaghetti ice.
Yeah.
Inside they got nothing but the most delicious beers you'll ever find. Great entertainment and schnitzel for days.
While their house band plays traditional German music, it's awesome. Hollabox Willow Tree Cafe. Let's do an email first.
Okay. Let's see. Hello, Tom, Dan, Sam, and Butler. I'm sending this email anonymously. Sorry for that, but I felt compelled to put in my 2 cents on a topic that came up on a recent ACT show, and it's a sensitive subject. I'm not going to say what you should or should not tell your kids, but I will say that I wish I was taught not necessarily how to pleasure someone, but how to at least have pleasurable sex.
No, the old teacher kid had a fuck email. Oh, God.
This one
Why'd you talk about it?
quit the show.
We said never speak of it again.
Go
It
the
was-
show with only 10 minutes in, and we're doing the kids how to teach
I
kids.
started this one out hot.
Oh, I hate it.
Okay, so it goes.
Sam wrote this.
I'm a gay dude, so I clearly didn't.
God damn it.
And not a lot is out there for gay dudes growing up to automatically know things like how lube is an absolute requirement. And while I didn't expect my parents to give me a whole spiel about how to pleasure my partner, I would have appreciated a well-rounded talk about healthy relationships, trust, and consent. I would have also appreciated a little lesson on how things work down there, especially when intertwined with someone else's things. I don't know, I certainly didn't learn anything by the time I started dating, and I was taught in a Christian school that, quote, buttholes are not for penises to go in. Actual quote from an actual middle school teacher, by the way. And he was also a medical doctor. But it's not like I think my parents would have been able to teach me any of that shit anyway.
Wait, what was the quote?
Quote, buttholes are not for penises to go in.
I'm just laughing. It's funny.
Probably because their parents didn't teach them anything, and
No,
they also
baby.
had shitty sex lives.
Yeah.
The first part I can completely get behind, the consent and
Yeah,
that,
responsibility,
100%. But
But I'm not gonna be like, lube your dickhead. Ease it in there.
I can't do that.
They
Making it way more than what
I
we're
know,
saying.
I know, but I'm
I
just
think
saying.
you gotta snort this thing. It loosens your butthole. I don't know. I think I heard
Don't
about-
tell them about poppers.
well,
That's for later.
A lot of the
I
shit
don't
I
know.
don't even know about. You know what I do? I just put my penis in a dry vagina, and then it gets wet, and then I
No.
calm, and then I go to
Yeah,
sleep.
I am never talking about that with my son.
Okay, all right.
I'll
Teach him how to flick the bean.
Stop it,
I'll
God.
teach him
No, you
responsibility,
cannot,
safe
apparently.
sex. I'm not going to teach him anything that Butler just said.
You got to make a
But
V.
I get
and
your point.
You got to make a V, put a finger in it, and lick at the same time.
That's like an uncle or an aunt's job or something. Seriously.
Yeah, your creepy uncle. Tell me about how to have sex. I don't know, dude. I've seen that shit go down very wrong.
Okay,
I've seen the ant one too. And then it falls out, they try to get it back in.
That
and
was
then
really good.
They got to keep it in the family.
That was a good one. She goes, don't you stand there. She goes, well, save some for me. Remember that one?
Yeah.
She goes, don't eat all the dick.
Also,
Aunt Sally.
I would wake up.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Like, for sure,
That's the thing is, look,
your aunt's friend is, how are you not awake?
If anybody sucks my dick, I know what's
Blacked
happening.
out drunk?
I won't. Even blacked out drunk, I will literally sober up perfectly.
Just enough? Oh.
No, perfect. I will come straight back sober.
Also, when you wake up, you're like, what's going on? You know what's going on.
Yeah.
You know exactly what's going
happening?
on.
Am I having a dream?
Yeah.
You're not okay. Let's try this one.
Tom and Dan and Sam and Trev. Hey guys, it's Kenny. You guys were talking to Ross about animals, getting demolished at sporting events, and it just reminded me of one of the coolest things I've ever seen. Look up Manu Ginobli bat. Manu Ginobli, spelled M-A-N-U. He was a player on the San Antonio Spurs, and in their arena, a bat got loose in the arena, and it was flying around, and they couldn't really catch it because it's going haywire. But Manu Ginobli, just as a straight-up real man, just punches this bat out of midair and knocks it to the ground.
Oh,
it is by
just
far one of
watched
the
it.
coolest videos ever. I don't know if the rat survived or not, but if you get a chance to look it up, it is freaking amazing. All right. Love you guys. Bye.
Where is he from? Is he from like Africa?
It was in 2000.
Okay, I got it.
Or because me and Daniel, we like when real men from different countries who don't have the same like relationship with
He's from
animals.
Argentina.
Oh, okay.
Like culturally, there are different relationships that people have with animals, unlike stupid Americans where we're like, literally everything is our pet. Everything is our pet.
You're like-
Earthworm, sugar glider, squirrel, turkey.
Like my wife sees that bat and she's like, "Oh my God, that bat is so scared! It's panicked right now.
Which
it's
is
trying
true.
trying to find his family." It could just, and then he sees the bat as like a flying rat just flying
It's
around
in the
here
way,
randomly.
Yeah.
I'm gonna punch it out of
Do
the
you want
sky.
to see
Yes.
this? Okay, this
I do.
is
It's pretty bad.
This is courtesy of the ESPN archives. I'm glad that they put this in.
Is like the promo team trying to catch it too with
maybe with the hoop?
with
Get it tangled in the hoop. Use the accordion hoop.
The masking.
Okay, here we go.
It was in 2009. It was Halloween.
Oh, there it is.
night,
It's flying around.
And the bat was flying around, and there's Manu Ginobli. And looking
Knocked
like
it to
a
the ground,
hockey
picks it up with his hand,
Oh, picked it up.
just walks it over.
goal to a series
It's dead.
of vaccinations. That
Oh, he crushed it with his hand.
Oh yeah.
He crushed it like when you catch a cockroach
Yeah.
with a paper towel, and then you're like,
Yeah, like what I
Throwing
do
it-
with aluminum foil ball.
Yeah.
Like you try to
Did you-
scrunch it tight.
See, like when he walked over to hand it to whoever,
He made sure it was dead.
you see him crush it.
He's
like
looking.
when I'm not joking.
He tries to give it to the attendant, and the attendant's like, "I'm not grabbing that shit."
vaccinations.
Oh yeah, he gave her one last crunch.
Process.
You know, he handed it to another Spanish real man.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
fucking white pussies! Like literally, he killed it, and then he's like, looking.
The white guy wouldn't grab it.
It's all white guys, and then the black guy's like, "That's some bullshit." And then he hands it to another Spanish real man. That's fantastic. That is awesome. That's
is good.
one of the best. Thank you, Kenny.
Yeah.
Well done, Kenny. That was really good, man. That's hilarious.
So, but does that actually count as an animal dying during a game? It kind of does, but
Yeah,
if it did it on purpose. I feel like if it got hit by the basketball, it'd be a little more like the pitch, like the bird getting hit by.
Right.
Yeah.
It was an accident. That was on
No,
purpose.
it would have needed to be like the bat flew under as the guy was dunking.
That was straight up bat murder.
Also, how impressive is it that he punched or hit a bat
That's
out of
pretty
the air?
impressive, dude. They fly erratically.
Yeah.
But don't they try to hit things
got
like
a
they
big-ass
use their
hand, though.
sonar or something?
To avoid
like,
hitting things.
Yeah, but like, I mean, I think, like, if you're some sort of bat catching owl or bird or some shit, it's even hard to catch a bat if you're a fucking animal of prey. Like, to be able to hit it out of the air. Because, like Samantha said, it's so erratic and flying like I see them every night at my house. Like, I look up and there's bats everywhere.
It's kind of like how I feel about those, those super aggressive, hyper remote controlled helicopters that can fly upside down. Like that, and the way bats fly, I'm like, that's fucking too much, man. I like a good, slow, I can see it looping loop, like
a soar.
What the fuck are you doing?
I like my animals to soar.
Yes. Soaring is cool, but when they're all like, it's like you're not. What are you doing?
Yeah.
And then I almost feel like you should die if you act like that. Like you're like this. The bat's acting crazy. Kill it.
Yeah.
That's what it seems like to me.
There's probably a lot of bats. I mean, in the old Citrus Bowl, there's probably bats in the new
Citrus
camping.
no, there's not even one.
they came in there, right? Like because there's bats everywhere.
I don't
in
think
Florida.
they ever left, dude. I think that they just relocate. When they do construction on the left side, they'd fly to the right. When they do construction on the right, they fly back to the left.
Like they'll still fly out at dusk, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
And they're gross. Next email.
Guano.
So about 9 months ago, I acquired a totally legal, definitely not scheduled 1 pill that is known for inducing a state of ecstasy, if you catch my drift. Verified authenticity.
I don't know what.
Mm-hmm.
Next email.
Verified authenticity and purity, supposedly super potent. I've been sitting on it ever since because the only other time I've ever tried this experience was back in high school, and it turned out to be just meth, and I was scared of it, to be honest. I've had a pretty good last couple weeks and decided to cut off a small piece and go to a K-pop rave at the Nerd Bar where I usually do karaoke. It's not something I normally go to.
Is this Butler writing into the show?
But I've always been told it's the ideal setting for this experience to be had. I was hoping my best friend would come with me, but she had other plans, so I went by myself. I was expecting to feel really good, do some dancing, and just have a good time. Masks were required for entry, which initially made me a little more comfortable, but as soon as I went in, a huge wave of social anxiety hit me because it was packed. Like I would have had to squeeze my way onto the dance floor. It was around this time that the drugs started kicking in, so instead of making me feel good and comfortable, it amplified the fuck out of my anxiety. There are usually a bunch of people at this bar that I know, but I couldn't find any of them.
Please poop your pants.
I grabbed a White Claw from the bar and found the most secluded corner I could to sit and try to calm down, but that just made me really lonely.
Found more Schedule 1 drugs.
So I went out to the patio.
Am I like scared of COVID? Like you take a mystery ecstasy pill you bought
well,
from some drug
it was
dealer?
verified.
I also like the last time I took this, it was meth. I've never had the two confused, and I've done ecstasy a bunch of times. Seriously, I've done a lot of ecstasy. I've never been like, that looks like meth. Never had that.
Also, I would assume that the drug dealer is like he could sell the meth no problem to someone else who wanted to buy meth.
Yeah, right.
Well, meth
It's not
is
like you
cheaper,
need to-
though.
Yeah, it is cheaper.
That's why they.
But it's also the
they'll
most
sell you-
popular, right? It's super
They'll sell you
popular.
the cheaper shit. I did find the bar. Oh no, so I went out to the patio to hit my vape and ended up just staying out there for the whole night.
Yes.
I did find the bar owner who knows me, and we talked for a bit, but it didn't really help much. So now I'm just sitting outside of a dance party, riddled with anxiety and loneliness, on a drug that severely amplifies your emotions, and I suddenly felt the urge to cry.
Oh.
I tried to fight it, but it was coming no matter what. I ran to my car because it would have been really embarrassing if I started crying in front of a bunch of strangers. I sat in my car and cried profusely for about 15 minutes. When it stopped, I decided there was no saving this night and drove home, crying on and off the whole way. When I got home...
This is one of the saddest emails.
For taking ecstasy. When I got home, I got in bed and cried for literally an hour straight at least. I tried to smoke some weed to see if that would calm me down, and it did stop the crying, but then I started mildly tripping and couldn't sleep. Eventually it wore off and I did fall asleep, but I woke up with the weirdest hangover I've ever had. I've been exhausted and depressed all day. Not even a Red Bull gave me the energy to do anything. Anyway, the moral of the story, don't do drugs that are known to amplify emotions if you're going to put yourself in a situation that could possibly give you bad vibes, especially if you've never done that drug before. Yeah. Feel free to consolidate the story. I know it's kind of long.
Well, yeah. I mean, it seems odd.
I wouldn't take ecstasy and go out by myself ever.
Yeah, especially if it's your first time.
Yeah, especially if it's my first time.
Yeah. I was always told, and I remember the first time I did ecstasy, and I was told, and you did partner up, and I was just told to stay inside.
Yeah.
That's it. We just put on some music, and that was it. You know, it wasn't like there was absolutely zero plan to take it off home grounds or home base. There just wasn't gonna.
But a rave,
I mean, I guess some people could get like there is. I have known people before that they like the excitement of taking drugs and feeling that away from home because it is sort of sketchy. Sort of like, what do you call that? Gritty, I guess?
Yeah, but you need to know what's coming, right? Like, if you never take, like...
Some people like that.
Yeah.
It's human nature. It's like, oh, man, I took this thing last night, and it fucked me up so... Let me try it.
It's gone both ways.
Well, yeah,
like, everybody does that.
But
I don't. But.
I feel like those type of people are not the type of people that, like, freak out and then cry in their car all night. You see what I'm saying? Like, if you know you have the propensity to freak out and cry in your car... Just do it a couple times at home. See what it's see how much.
Test it out. Trial run.
See how much you know.
It's funny. Key West BTM in our Twitch chat room. Oh, you can watch us live on Twitch all the time. Twitch.tv/Tom and Dan live and on YouTube. Tom and Dan live. She says, "How can you be sad on ecstasy?" Which is, I mean, I guess you could. I guess any drug, depending on how you feel, can amplify whatever you're feeling. But I've never been sat on ecstasy.
Yeah, if you're already in that state of mind, and then you take that drug that amplifies an emotion.
Yeah, you can spiral that bad trip, if you will.
What does it feel like?
I've never taken ecstasy. I've always wanted to. Maybe I should hit this person up.
Sorry, I turned my mic off. To me, it is
like
always
euphoria.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah,
it's a flood of dopamine.
Yeah,
So
to me, I've always had good experiences on it. So to
Serotonin
me,
and all
it's always been like a very lovey, horny, happy,
touchy.
yeah,
huggy.
very touchy. Like
Very not COVID right now.
Yeah, like the way you feel. Like to me,
You know what? It's
to
the
me,
worst
like-
time to take ecstasy
like-
Yeah, 'cause
during
you
a
just wanna be
pandemic.
loved and
well,
touched.
something like this, like even rubbing my fingers together like this, something like
everything
that
feels
would
good.
feel really good. You know,
Yeah.
like rubbing your arm. Like,
100%.
I remember just sitting on the couch and just kind of rubbing my arm.
Yeah,
And
You're
just being-
hypersensitive to physical touch.
I was listening to Depeche Mode's Violator album like 100 times.
What makes your jaw clench together and that whole thing?
Couldn't
The
tell
grinding
ya.
of the teeth,
I didn't
yeah.
really
You
do
see
much
that,
of the
you see
grinding
that
of
with
the
cocaine
teeth.
more so.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Nah, I saw it a
Because
lot
I
with
remember
ecstasy, too.
in high school, it was like, oh, that guy's tripping on
Yeah,
ecstasy
rolling.
and
Okay.
rolling because he's talking with his jaw shut.
Weird.
And anyway,
Also, meth will do that, too.
Will meth make you hug and stuff like that?
It's weird.
Sweaty sweaty hugs.
Meth wasn't a thing in high school when I went. Like
No,
no
not
one
at
ever
all.
talked about like cocaine,
Crack.
and all that stuff, but never meth.
I think my mom warned me about angel dust, and I guess that is
Yeah.
yeah, I guess
Angel dust is PCP.
PCP.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's try this one. I've got the throat thing today.
What's up, Tom and Dan? It's BDM Eric here. I was listening to your story here with Sarah Brockovich getting scammed by the vent cleaning people. You guys are all completely missing the scam. I used to work for one of these companies back when I was
Wow.
a teenager. You can call me if you want to ask more questions, but I'll try to make it brief. So your tech guy, he thinks he's doing you a favor. He thinks he's doing a good job, and he's been sold a lie just as well. That tech has been scammed just as much as the customer. I answered an ad in a paper and went for a job when I was a teenager, and I was going to be cleaning vents. So they took me out with a guy for a day and kind of showed me what to do, but gave me virtually no training. You know, they told me that I had top of the line equipment. It was all garbage. So I had an old AT&T van that you could still see the branding on the side of the van.
I like that.
And they had what amounts to like a large shop vac in the back with an extra long hose. We had a brush on a flexible line. So you just go up to the vent, run the brush through there, and then run the vacuum hose in there. And they're telling us that this is, we're getting this super clean for our customers. That line that we'd shove in there would only go back about, 4 feet, 5 feet maybe. And then imagine taking your vacuum hose and just dragging it along the top of your carpet, and think about how much dirt that's going to pick up. That's all you're doing.
Thoughts?
So he's saying that the kid that showed up thought that he was doing
I
a
don't
good
think
job,
that's
or
true.
like he wasn't part of the scam.
There
the
are
owner.
some scams that are like that. Where
But I don't think that was the case with Sarah's
it didn't
situation.
sound like that.
Also, I do have an update from Sarah.
Uh-oh.
She said, I did have another guy come out to my house, and I blocked his car in. I called him out on him scamming people and made him call his, quote, boss, who I could hear tell him to leave before the cops got called, so he got back in his truck and drove sideways as fast as he could out of my yard.
Why would you do that? You could have gotten killed. We told her not to do
We
that.
told her not to.
Yeah.
That's a good way to get killed.
There was no stopping her.
No,
I heard it
she's
in her
gonna do
voice.
what she wants to do.
Yeah. She was hell bent
She's out
on
for
justice.
blood.
Yeah.
Is she going to do it again because that guy got away? Is she this time she going to make it like harder for him to drive away? Stop sticks in the
She's going
yard?
to the media.
So I may be wrong, but if I remember correctly, American Air and Heat like obviously offers this service, right? Like
I believe
duct
so,
cleaning,
yes. Yeah.
and they have a expensive machine that has like.
Well, vent cleaning and duct cleaning are different.
Oh, okay. They were offering. Okay.
Yeah.
They were saying
like
vent.
what you got was like I think some sections cleaned and then they reran everything, right?
Well, but also they'll have a machine that
Right.
goes through your ducts, all of them, and then it basically swirls around and vacuums
right,
up.
right,
But it's
right.
like it's a machine. It's not just a shop vac thing.
No, it's specialized,
Yeah,
yes.
and you could probably look it up on Google and then see. So if someone shows up with not that, then they're scamming you, right?
I would imagine so. Yes. Yeah.
Let's do another voicemail.
All right. Let's try. Let's try this one.
Okay. I'm just listening to an old episode. Sorry, I'm sick. But
if you're this sick,
I kind of love it. I kind of love it.
I do too, and this is why I saved this one. I saved this one to be used on the show because it's absolutely terrifying that this person would think. And hey, look, if we cheered you up, and if participating on the show makes you feel better, if you're fighting COVID or something, then that's great. But I really think you should have been resting, right? Here.
Okay. I'm just listening to an old episode. Sorry, I'm sick. But you guys are talking about Sinbad saying he grifted his way on a plane. If you believe that, you're crazy. And then saying Lil Nas X is so amazing. He's not. He's ridiculous.
Okay.
Bad call, sir. You know what? I take it back. I hated your call.
Yeah.
Were you? I hope you were high on medication.
Why do you think the Sinbad story is not real?
He doesn't think that's real, and he thinks Lil Nas X is he actually thinks Lil Nas X is ridiculous and is actually
he is ridiculous.
But he thinks
he's
like appropriating the lesbian and gay community, and that
how would he appropriate it? He is gay.
Well, he's saying that he's actually just jumping on the back of it and making a ton of money, and
it's like if you were a former military veteran and then
Correct.
all of a sudden you're dressed in full fatigues and
all
you're
the time.
performing
Yeah,
and you're like, well, you're kind of
you're pandering a bit.
You're pandering to
Right.
that. I could see, but that's subjective.
Yeah.
Going back to the Sinbad story,
he's a gay entertainer, whatever. But
the Sinbad story it was believable. Also, why would he lie about that? It's kind of ridiculous to lie about, and it makes sense that back in the day there was no way. I mean, he was talking about the early '90s or whatever.
Yeah, it would have been late '80s, early '90s, I think.
There would be no way to look anything up with, so I would believe that a broker that sells planes would believe that some sheik, because that's the whole story, that he pretended to be a sheik and then he had a manager just to get a free plane ride. I would buy that. Like a broker would think that this guy, there's no way to verify whether that, there's no social media back then or like looking anybody up really. So I buy that.
I also as I get older, I'm okay with hearing stories like that and just being like, I'm okay with it. Yeah, but just leaving it alone. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to sit there and guess whether it's real or not. It's a Sinbad story. I met Sinbad. He's a nice guy. I'm just going to leave it alone.
But is this guy,
if I start dialing down everything, I'm going to be really disappointed.
Yeah.
But also, is this guy thinking that, obviously nowadays you can't get up in there would be a lot more background checks and stuff like anything after 9/11, a lot of planes,
I don't know.
locked down.
It's all pre-TSA.
Remember, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, that guy stole the plane, was flying around. Remember that?
Yeah.
Or kids steal Lynx buses all the time. I'm just saying, you say it doesn't.
It happens.
Yeah, it whatever. I mean, it can. I believe it can happen. Next email. You want to do one more and then take a break?
Yeah.
Okay. So I've got a funny uncensored story for you guys, and I'll title it Pooper Scooper. It involves poop, obviously. When I was a wee lad, I could never shit in the stalls at school because the kids would mess with you, so I'd always wait until I got home. My grandmother lived with us and noticed my daily routine. Is this Seth? I invited a cousin over one day, and he got there before I did. My grandma thought it would be funny to fuck with me, and had my cousin hide behind the shower curtain.
Oh my God.
I came in and sat my bare ass on the toilet and was mid-shit.
Fucked up, man.
And he swiped the curtain to the side and screamed fucking bloody murder. I literally shot up as the poop wasn't leaving the tunnel. I came a cunt hair from scooping it up with my underwear when I tried pulling my pants up so he wouldn't see my shrimp. I had
shrimp. Hold on. Shrimp is a good. That's a good term for your penis.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is this a female or a male?
It's a male.
I believe it's a
Why
male.
do you say a cunt hair?
It's
like a British terminology.
Yeah. It means that you can't.
Like if you're playing darts, you're like, you lost my cunt hair.
Yeah,
something
now
like
he's
that.
talking about his own.
No. I had to plop back down as to not shit inside my underwear. To this fucking day, I can't take a dump in stalls or bathrooms that won't lock and have to check behind shower curtains.
Babies.
Just
Little
recently
babies.
subscribed to be a BDM. Love you guys. Stay swifty.
Oh.
I can see how that will traumatize you, but also
You can't poop
what
everywhere, right? You're not like me.
Well, I just
I mean, he's done it here, but we've made fun of him
He
to the
hates
point where
it.
now he won't.
And you know what his new thing now? I notice it. I know you like this kind of stuff, Crystal. Like, I notice when he gets up, he tries to walk like he's a ghost to the bathroom and then shut the door like he's a ghost and let me not hear that he's in the bathroom. They might be subconscious, but it's like he floats to the bathroom.
He holds his breath. While
And then he floats in, and then I'll hear the lock of the door. I'll hear it go like tiny little, and I'm like, he's in there shitting.
He turned the knob first and then pulled it gently closed.
Well, this is a hostile work environment.
It is.
Because
It
if
really
I
is. It's
poop in
toxic.
there,
It's toxic here.
and I just try to like be a regular adult that has to
Well,
go
Butler
number
called
2.
me out yesterday. He's like, you should be ashamed of yourself for what you fucking did in there.
Yeah. Because I poop in there. I try, I use all the sprays, and then I come out.
I don't use any spray.
And then everybody's quiet, and then Butler will be like, oh, God, it stinks. and then he'll be like, oh. And then he'll start screaming that it stinks, and then you guys will start talking about it.
Yeah.
And it's like,
And then we're like, let me smell. Then I'll run in there and be like, oh.
So I just change my routine and I go at home. Speaking of that, Tommy, can we talk about this, baby?
Yeah.
He, Crystal
He's
called
so
me,
cute.
and by the way, this is the accomplishments that I look forward to. The Crystal calls me and he's like, hey, someone's got something to tell you. And then
I got the promotion.
He got in the car from school, and I'm like, let's call Daddy and tell him the good news.
And then I'm like, what happened?
I think I know what this is.
And then
Student of the month.
Tommy went to the bathroom at school, and
For the first time ever.
1 or 2.
3.
Excuse me?
That's what I said.
He had a diarrhea?
Yeah.
Or he jacked off in there? I don't know.
that's
I'm like,
4.
which one's 3 again?
Wait, 1 is pee, 2 is poop, 3 is a loose 2.
Oh, I thought
Yeah.
3 was just both of them.
No,
No,
3
three's a
is
loose 2.
3 is diarrhea and 4 is a white one.
Well,
Yeah.
right. They usually
So
wake up,
7.
don't go to the bathroom all day until they get home.
No, I make them go, but they can go all day without going pee.
That's amazing.
So
But he had a emergency. at school
so he had
that
diarrhea
forced him in
because
there.
I gave him an old veggie hot dog.
For breakfast?
For lunch.
No, for lunch.
A slimy one. You know,
Tofu?
I don't know. I don't know that goes bad. What goes bad? What is it?
What goes bad?
Tofu.
It's bad when it's made. How can it go bad?
Yeah, it's always slimy. I'm like different points of sliminess.
Yeah, I mean,
And
you're not cooking anything. All you're doing is warming it.
listen, tofu
I
turns
tried it.
real quick.
Does it?
Yeah,
I don't know
and when
anything
it
about
turns, you don't. There's no grace period.
Okay.
It's good today, really bad tomorrow.
All right.
So
Like
I,
avocado.
Yeah.
so I felt, man, I would have really felt bad if he would have diarrheaed his pants, or
Yeah, that'd been bad.
I would have.
Well, look, you did something good. You actually,
I would've
you
smashed
pushed
my
him out of the
fingers.
nest,
Yeah, you're
and you
right.
forced him to do something difficult, and now he can. Now it's
Right.
no big deal.
It's the Band-Aid is off. So is he
Yes.
going to go now?
Sometimes you have
wrong.
to be pushed into
Because
the.
I
Yeah,
asked
like
him.
our business.
I came
right?
when I came home, and I was like, "Hey, Tommy, I heard you went to the bathroom."
Wait a minute. What did you sing on the phone when he told you? Were you like,
No,
Oh,
I was,
Yay!
no, I was congratulating him. I was like, "Good, see, it wasn't that bad, Bo." Doing the whole thing, trying to be a good
small
parent.
little school shitter.
not shooter.
But
Oh,
then
God.
Shitter. Just want to clarify.
he'll.
Whoa.
So when and I said like, "Hey, Tommy, you went to the bathroom," see, and then I said, "Hey, it wasn't that bad. See, now you can go."
He's
And
like, it was horrible.
No, he said it was terrifying.
Oh, why is he so terrified?
And I'm like, I guess having a diarrhea at school is terrifying.
Yeah, it's not fun.
But what's so have you asked them
I
what's so
don't-
terrifying
no.
about going to the bathroom?
He had one experience once, like in preschool, where they didn't let them close the door all the way.
Oh,
What?
I think you told.
Like
In
you can
preschool.
close
Why?
the door because they're only 4, so like the
They don't want
teacher
that.
has to
Something's
be
gonna
able to
happen?
go in there. And
Yeah.
Right, so
Get
they
them.
so they're
Sometimes
not
they-
like peeing everywhere.
Yeah, sometimes they get
Yeah.
their pants off. They don't know what they're doing. They
Okay.
can't get them back
Yeah,
on.
when they're
Or they
4.
shit everywhere.
Yeah.
Like you're 4
So,
years
like,
old.
So the door was closed.
I got yelled at in kindergarten for not shutting the door.
That's kindergarten.
That's only 1 year away.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
preschool,
it's different.
It
It's
is.
in a church.
You're
and
paying
they're
for
like,
it.
Don't close the door.
Don't close the door. The priest needs to see your penis.
I mean, it's weird, I think. I don't know.
How is
No,
Father Johnson gonna get a hard on if you have the door closed?
You can like close it, but you can't latch it or whatever. And then, but you're supposed to announce that you're in there if somebody knocks.
So you can turn on the camera.
So somebody knocked, and then his little "I'm in here" and they didn't hear
that breaks
him,
my heart.
so they came in,
Oh,
and he
walked
was
in
there
on
pants
him.
down, and so ever
my
since
God.
then,
Yeah,
And he was a
well,
big
that
fat
makes
kid, and he just
sense.
sat right on him.
That makes sense.
But Max is the same way, though.
Max is only that way because Tommy's that
Yeah,
way.
I see.
Yeah,
I get
that's-
that. I get that.
Well, I'm
yeah.
glad we talked to Crystal. We've asked Tom for fucking years, and he's like, I have no idea why.
Well, I mean, you didn't
We
explain
asked
why.
Crystal one time, and
Well-
she knew the exact story.
Okay, but
I don't know if you know this, but she's got the good.
well, that's the same thing with the person being traumatized over or not shitting, like because someone came into the or opened the shower
But we
curtain.
all
I mean-
do it. We all poop. We all pee.
Yeah, but
But
it's,
look,
it's
when that happens when you're young, that shit stays
yeah,
with you.
I look at it
Yeah.
like that plane flight I took.
Yeah.
Look, I flew a lot, but as soon as those oxygen masks drop, it changed my perspective of flying. And that you barge in when your penis is out and this whole thing is new, I can see that.
Yeah.
Fuck you, I'm good.
All right, let's take a break, and when we come back, our wives are here, Andrea and Crystal.
I don't know what you have planned. I'm
Well-
kind of scared that you have our wives here.
I just want to have an open conversation.
Oh, no, we're ending the show. We're ending the show.
Oh my
God. Just about
An
life.
open conversation about
He
life.
took that week off, and he reevaluated some things.
God, I've got something I need to say. Gotta get this off my chest. I'm fucking out of here.
So the show
Moving
we
to
did-
Colorado.
the show
Wait,
we
whose
did
intervention is this? Is
Right.
it mine?
The show we did before vacation was like the baseline, and now we need to really see where we're at.
Well, I like that show, and then I thought to myself, like, hey, let's bring everybody in the room again, and let's talk about some things going on.
But don't
some
shut the
upcoming
door.
events.
Don't shut the door.
Yeah.
Don't latch it.
Well, I got a button.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Oh my
Bring
God.
the plant. All right. What do we got?
Remember the band Thrice? They got a new album out. Yeah, they got a new album out. This band is like,
You're going to be here soon.
yeah, they are. But they have morphed. You know, like they've really matured. Well, they have for the last couple of albums. So I think you're gonna like this. This is Somerset Fire to the Rain, their newest single. We'll be back with more. A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. 1-844-TOMNDAN. Show at tomandan.com for emails. Big D and the Kids Table, do your art. Welcome back to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I am Dan.
I'm Tom. So Butler's here, Samantha's here, Andrew and Crystal are here. How you guys doing?
Hello, ladies.
So,
Good.
Good, thanks.
babe, you were just telling me we had planned for you to get here at noon, and then so that's why we had to move some stuff around last minute because you had some calamity at work. And then you started telling me during the break, and I like hearing stories where people are worse at life than I am because it makes me feel better about myself.
It does,
It's
yeah.
like watching
It's
Jerry
invigorating,
Springer. Or,
yeah.
you know, you're like, these people are trashier than I am.
It's like a longer form version of watching old people fall down in on like America's Funniest Home Videos.
Yeah.
Like I enjoy that. Like nothing can like turn my mood around more than watching like an old lady fall down at a
That's
wedding.
why I love kook slams
Yeah.
and the fail videos.
Yeah.
Well,
you just like that because you're a horrible person.
Oh, I giggle so much.
Well, anybody could fall down, but when you make a purposeful decision that
And
is
it's
horrible,
terrible, yeah.
or have no idea about how much time something takes, I do this. It's a bad at life trait, but this is absurd. So you were closing on a house today, and what happened?
Yeah, so it was a high price point.
Okay.
It was close to $1 million. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
When we showed up for the walkthrough this morning, the seller was still moving out into a $20 U-Haul.
Yeah, and the seller, like the buyer's a BDM.
The buyer's a BDM.
Yeah.
Ooh, house
And
poor.
So the seller,
You're house poor if you're.
Well, you don't know how rich he is.
No, not the BDM. I'm saying the guy moving out, $20 U-Haul.
Oh,
is like
yeah.
all like it. Yeah.
Or it could be mentally ill cheap, which I think it is.
I don't pick up on that. I didn't pick up on mentally ill cheap. Well, I don't know
Just
what you mean by
cheap.
that, but
I just mean
super
cheap. Yeah.
Yeah, like, I mean, there are other things in this transaction that indicated that the seller was price sensitive, but they were moving into a $20 U-Haul and doing runs back and forth to like their new house, which you
The day of the
expect-
closing.
not only the day of the closing, like during what time the closing was supposed to be
It's
happening.
the only day they could get the U-Haul.
And they knew that this was the closing day. That's
Right.
and so they decided to move out the day of the closing day.
That does sound like you, though. That does, okay.
No, I'm not even that bad.
No, yeah, they're like they didn't realize it was going to take as long, and then they had to do more runs than they thought, and it's like what you expect that, and I'm not gonna. I gotta be careful here. You know what I'm saying?
Is this the only day they had?
Here's what I say: you don't expect that at that price point. You know what I'm saying? You expect that they hired some movers, they hired a cleaning crew for you. No, we walked in.
Well, you're close to $1 million house.
Yeah.
Why aren't you hiring movers?
Like everything was dirty. The baseboards were dirty. They bumped a bunch of stuff on the way out. They took the mirror from the bathroom.
I don't even think like at that even price point, my coworker just moved from an apartment to a townhouse. She's just renting, and she hired movers because she's like, it's just
and
not the stress,
and you leave it clean,
and you can get it done
clean.
so much faster. Just
So they also
when we walked up for the walkthrough, okay, the guy says, "Who are you? What are you doing here?" And then we're like, we're here for the walkthrough. We've got the buyer here.
There's a virus.
I like how this is the closing date.
Who do you think it is?
Right. Like you
this
knew we were
transaction
coming.
didn't take place over the phone. Like there's been multiple. You had to go and
and
sign
it's been
paperwork.
days, 30 days, how long?
I think you guys are being a little harsh.
Well, he says, you're here for what? That's not happening. We're moving out. You can't come in here.
So
I wouldn't let us come in.
I think their realtor didn't.
No, he
advised them.
The realtor had no idea what he was doing this whole entire time.
I like this person because they sound stupid.
It's just here's the situation. They hired a realtor who was willing to do their job for extremely cheap, and then the seller was in charge. You know what I'm saying? Like the seller was like,
the realtor didn't
this
know what
is
he
how
did.
it goes, but that's not how it goes. And then so the realtor had no say in anything. He didn't know what was going on.
So what do you have to do? Because now you're having to do both sides, right?
Yeah, we had to do a lot on this transaction, but so we just had to wait for them to leave, and then they drove off in the U-Haul, and they forgot to close the back door.
Well, they're smoking
and then
weed.
They drove down the road, and on the brick roads of downtown Orlando, and the kids little Tesla car. What do you call it? A little
Power Wheels?
A little Power Wheels, like a little Tesla Power Wheels, fell out of the back of the car.
Oh my god!
When he made it right onto the main road, and he was getting honked at. It's just a disaster.
Did he realize that it fell out?
I don't know. I never saw them again.
Did you at least go get it?
No,
Did they
there were
stop?
people honking and stopping. So somebody picked it up. I'm sure.
It's just I'm like, aren't you an adult that has had other adult transactions in your life? Like, don't you know? Like,
But people wonder that about you.
That is true. But I got a nurse, just like Daniel. And then you guys,
But things still happen.
I mean, I'm further along than you are.
It's bad at life people, right?
I have a hospital bed now that folds me.
Do you have a bedpan? When's the bedpan?
Well, it
come?
tells me all my vitals. It's a hospital. I realized that last night.
Oh, by the way,
I was like, this is a fucking hospital bed. It tells me my breathing rate, my heart rate, everything. I might as well just have an EKG, right?
By the way,
just laying there in ICU.
That was a bad thing for Daniel to get. I'll tell him, Andrew, because he came in and I was talking about. I was like, my heart rate is higher than
no, it's low.
No, he is basically dead when he sleeps.
Stop saying that. My heart rate.
Andrea, are you enabling this?
Do you know my average heart rate when I sleep? Do you want to know what it is? 47 beats per minute.
Well, what? That's okay. Jetson, my brother, that's his heart rate during the day.
I want that, but
so it's like he's a fit
but I looked it
triathlete.
Up. No,
you're just efficient.
Because you're a drummer.
I looked it up.
Your heart's efficient.
It's either I am efficient like Jetson. You look at Jetson, look at Potato. No, that's not the case. Or I have a heart condition. I'll be dead soon.
No, it's not that way.
No, I think your parents both had heart conditions. I think you're the anomaly, and you have an amazing
two heart conditions make no heart conditions.
Yeah.
That's how that math works.
They cancel each other out.
Right.
I don't
that's
think
what happened.
That works like that.
So are you going to go into... If this was Tom, he would go into the heart doctor and be like, look what my bed says. I
am. I already scheduled an appointment with my
I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, Andrea, this is audio coolant in your coffee in the morning, but like, you a little bit of anxiety every day.
She's fucking with me.
Okay. So
I
here's
didn't even
what
check
I want
to see what it was last night.
So, my mother-in-law is redoing her house down the street, and it's nice what she's doing. It's pretty awesome, adding some addition, and they're doing the roof now.
Again, you're reading it off the note card.
And this is what made me scared, because like I knew that after the roof gets done, then they do the inside. And then we've had some limited conversations about what was going to happen.
The feathers are coming. Feathers are coming.
And so when I saw the roofers up there, I heard them this morning. Yeah.
The three-eyed raven is coming.
By the way, I wonder what the roofers up there think when they hear the birds scream. They're doing their morning screams.
Oh, yeah. Bye,
Well, they're probably terrified because the bird, they don't know what's
Oh, yeah.
going on. All this noise. My God.
Yeah. The roofers or the birds?
I would say roofers. I bet the roofers.
Yeah. That's LDL.
You know how hard
they don't
it is
like birds.
Do you know how hard it is to shotgun a White Claw Surge with a bird screaming in your face? It's really hard.
I contend no roofer has a bird as a pet.
No.
I'll put that out there. I'll die on that hill.
Yeah. Nope, they do not.
So anyway, when I heard them hammering up there, it's just like a ticking clock to what I want to discuss today, and that is there's been multiple comments made at different points in time, and it's kind of been passing like. So, and it started a while back, like 2 months ago, which is something I do to Crystal. I think she stole from me, which is like you mention something and then it softens the blow later on.
Because you don't want to bring it up.
Actually, I would just
No, you just lie. And don't.
Whoa.
Yeah,
There's no lying
like,
in this house.
Yeah, you're just like, no, that's not happening. That's not happening. That's not happening. Oh, by the way, this is happening. But I didn't want to tell you too soon, so you'd be mad for longer.
Well,
that's what he always does. He says, I can't tell her now because if I tell her now, she'll be mad for a whole week. But I got to wait till the morning off and then go like, surprise, bad.
Well, it's less mad, right?
No, it's like
worse.
explosion.
Way worse.
Yeah, but you get it over quick.
No, it's the
I don't want
volcano.
a small mad a long time. It's a more.
Give me time to get over it.
Right.
Anyway, go ahead.
Or find a solution that's better than making you mad.
You want to
There we go.
pull your fingernail off over the span of 2 weeks, or just rip it off right up there?
Make an excellent point.
Anyway, so the birds.
Oh man,
They can't live in there with all that dust, babe.
Can they go in a room?
That's too noisy.
So
I didn't think birds had ears. That's just me. I don't know that much about them.
Now, I love my mother-in-law, and
nobody even questioned that. What are you doing?
So, and I want to help her with her birds. Now she.
How many are there that
There's
need to be?
three total.
Ooh.
Big,
That's not that many.
big.
You know what? That's not that many.
Three big
You know what?
Yeah, three
You know
big
what?
ones.
I'll take a big one.
You'll take a
Put
bird?
me down for one bird.
All right, we'll put it in those.
Put me down for one bird.
Andrea says no.
Yeah.
I already got 2 pee-pee dogs.
Yeah. Oh,
I
and
cannot.
Man, and our bedroom, they decimated it. Our whole bedroom smells like a fucking trash
Macy and I
can.
were vinegering,
yeah.
baking
I
soda,
make-
scrubbing it because
I
they
make
found a spot
Maisie-
they just.
I make Maisie scrub the carpet like Cinderella. Like I don't fuck around.
Team no animal.
Yeah.
So the
sorry.
The birds. Now, I understand.
How hard are they to take care of?
I've had the birds live with me one time before.
I remember.
Yeah. I was younger.
Yeah.
I was dumber.
You called that the dark seasons.
Listen, all you have to do is refill the water twice a day. Throw food in there twice a day.
usually
they
the
like
noise.
some
How long?
It's
some
not-
It's not about the
chocolate.
general
Yeah,
care.
it's about the noise.
If they just sit on your shoulder, you just walk around the house and do your business. You don't
While
even know
they
they're
poop
there.
down your back.
Yeah, but he says
Yeah,
it's
that's
real
okay.
loud, I think.
Yeah, so
They scream when you.
How
pay
long
attention.
is this anticipated to live at your
Well,
house?
construction,
That's
I
what
don't know
would
if you know
like.
this, but construction is so fast and nothing ever goes wrong. So I would say, what, 3 days? 4 days. 4 days tops.
I mean,
4 days
maybe just an afternoon.
Yeah,
Like,
they
just
can knock
wheel
it
them
out
over.
fast. Sometimes they do it in 1 day.
They're like, we're ahead of schedule.
Yeah, bring the birds. In fact, we had enough time to make party hats for the birds.
Yeah.
Do they have to come and get acclimated to your
No,
house?
there's no
And-
shortages whatsoever.
No,
There's no
no.
problem with a bunch of ships outside of San Diego.
And they'll make sure they'll make sure the entire personnel is on site before they start working, and that they made sure all the materials were there before they start working. That's a guarantee. I've seen
That's
it.
a Dan Dennis game.
Yeah, I've seen it.
So, anyway, I imagine that the ship has already sailed on the birds coming over. Because
Well, yeah.
I'm not gonna be because I've.
Are you going to say no?
I can't say no.
Why don't you just move
I
out?
didn't ask you if you can or can't. Are you going to?
Oh,
I'm not going to. But
Where would they go if you did say no?
that's a good question.
they would just go into the spare room, which my mother-in-law said that was her original plan because she didn't want to
She
inconvenience
did
me.
put him in there, but then they got so stressed out, and then
Yeah, yeah.
Peter.
Aren't they going to stress out at your house though?
No, because we'll be there, and it's they
Yeah.
can look outside
There's
at
not
the
Jack
pool.
there.
There's not
Yeah.
noise
Yeah.
and crazy things happening. They'll come.
But kids yelling, screaming,
Our
running.
kids don't yell and scream.
No.
So, and I already did that math, and if I put my foot down and be like, no birds, and then they're stressed out pulling their feathers out.
Yeah, they rip their feathers off.
And then imagine who that's going to get.
I feel like it's up to those birds to manage their stress, though, right? Like, they got to learn some coping mechanisms.
Yeah.
They don't know how to do that.
They'll pull all their feathers out.
Why don't...
Is that their coping mechanism?
Yes.
Maybe I should start pulling my feathers out.
To make themselves look extra
Why doesn't
scary.
Tom trade places? You go live with your mother-in-law while this is going on, and Crystal can have the birds.
Hey.
That's not a bad idea.
There you go.
It'd be nice and quiet over there, except for the jackhammer.
But you're at work.
Birds are jackhammer.
But he's at work during the jackhammering.
Welcome back to Birds or Jackhammer. I'm your host.
No, if I know something about jackhammering, they go late because they're trying to get it done.
Yep.
And things happen, some pipes. There's
you
lots
take that
of it.
second pain pill around 3, it kicks in around 6:30.
So all I want to talk about is, once we get through the birds, and then there's going to be things.
Talk about compensation.
I'm just gonna.
Right?
I just want to negotiate like.
I think this is anal for 100%.
I don't even want that.
Well, then you can negotiate down, but I'm saying it's worth that. No, I'm just.
Oh, man, you're shooting
water
low.
my plants.
Doesn't this fall under just being a wonderful, loving husband?
Or family.
Why do we have to tit for tat? You get something, I get something.
I can't believe you said the word tit.
It's not. Talking about a boob.
I just want to make sure that being a wonderful, loving husband and being the type of person that will allow some, birds, some distressed birds in their house for multiple, I would imagine, weeks at this point. Right?
Yeah.
It's not going to be.
I'm going to say at least a month, right?
A day scenario.
I can't wait. I'm so excited.
A bird in your room.
The birds, right?
I know, I can't. Peanut's going to be my friend again.
Yeah, but you found out Peanut was a girl.
I know. That's what changed my relationship with her.
Anyway,
put one in your room while you're getting compensation.
Well, okay.
That sounded.
What the fuck is wrong with you? My wife just
took a turn.
I have to leave the show now. My wife just said she wants you to have a bird in your room while you're fucking your wife.
Well, because he's asking for compensation. That's the most ridiculous thing. So I'm going to say ridiculous.
This whole conversation is insane.
I just want it to be known that I am the type of husband that would allow this to happen and not complain.
I do think you're a good husband. I would
allow
I wouldn't
this
do that
to happen.
I would not be cool with that. In fact, I would. I think you guys know me well enough to know that I would say, "Hey, can we just?" Isn't there a bird farm or like a house that they can go to, and then like they'll be like those.
I'll even help pay for it.
Like Rangers, like where you take your dogs, like Rangers. Is there a crazy bird hotel that's awesome? Yeah. Take them there, and I'll literally throw money at it.
Yeah, well, I thought about that, but there's like an 800-pound cage, and then you
got to bring their cage. They can't get a new one.
Bags of food and this whole toys and the newspaper and the doo-doo.
I know nothing about birds. I don't know
how.
How you can.
It's a lot of jars of little
pellets.
They're pellets that look like fruit, but they're just disgusting dry grain. Which I'm like, why
That's
even?
because Bubba's overweight.
But I'm like,
there's a lot going on here.
I'll take PB dogs over this.
Yeah, I would take PB dogs over birds.
Listen, when they're I don't know what you call it, but when they're like getting ready to lay an egg, they only poop once a day, and so all the poop just builds up and collects, and then it comes shooting out in like a gallon size. It's like a green, it's like it'll cover a 15 by 15 tile.
In your dining room, this is going to be going on?
I'm so glad you get
3 birds.
Yeah. And you just redid the dining room. And
that travertine gonna have to go after this.
Poop.
Right on that jungle wall. Right on the old palm fronds.
Yeah. So
it's a nightmare.
They're so sweet. Peanut
Does
used
it
to
smell?
They're sweet. They bit my son's fingerprints
That's
off.
Bubba. She's mean.
Yeah, the chat room is kind of like they have opinions on birds. They don't think birds will ever have the capability to love people.
Peanut loved me so much. He used to take showers with me, and he would.
We need to say they for Peanut now.
He would have his little cheeks would turn pink when he would see me. He would blush
because I was in the shower with you, biting your titties. My cheeks
look
are
at his soapy butt.
The bird's cockle me. He's like,
get your spoon, get your spoon, get your spoon, get your spoon.
So
he would puff his little scent at me through his nose. It smelled like cake batter. So cute.
Do they smell at all?
All right.
They do. They could put out a little smell from their nostrils.
No, but I mean like the cage and stuff. Does the
If
gallon?
you don't clean it, it smells.
No, but the 15.
Did you hear about the gallon?
It doesn't smell like pee-pee
That's
carpet.
my question. Does it smell
No.
like something?
It smells. Have you ever been in a room full of birds?
Yeah. You know
I
what?
mean, you could just imagine.
You know what birds smell like?
I mean, you think it's a goddamn Yankee Candle in there? Fucking room full of birds.
Birds smell like the paws of a dog.
That smells like Doritos.
Like a Frito, like a
Yeah,
Fritos.
Frito, yeah.
They smell a little bit like that.
Okay, like an animal. Well, hey, good luck, buddy. I think you're gonna have
Well,
fun.
all I'm saying
Which is your favorite bird? Bubba, Peanut, or what's the other? Ginger?
Ginger.
Well, there's only one that doesn't try to bite my earlobes off.
Ginger's the one that
So-
sings Mariah
Yeah.
Carey.
Yeah.
Ginger?
Oh.
No, that's Bubba.
Bubba does.
What song, or just any Mariah Carey?
Do you want me to do it?
Yes, I do.
Don't do it.
I'm not.
No one's gonna buy it. No one wants to buy a house.
Is it Always Be My Baby?
No.
No, it's really cool. I've actually had the opportunity to see
Heartbreaker.
this.
What is it? I don't want to cry
But
anymore.
now Dan's bullying you, and you.
I am not.
It's not really.
Is
cool.
it Hero?
No, it's not Hero.
Before you redid your house, I got to see one of
Fantasy?
the birds perform this, and it was
Honey?
pretty neat.
No, it's pre that. It's in the album where she was wearing the short shorts in the tall grass.
Always Be My Baby?
I don't know. Okay, I can't remember.
Anyway, so I'm just saying.
I can't wait for the stories after this.
What do I get from all this? After I get through the other side,
The satisfaction that you are being a great son.
Yeah, you get the pats on the back from everybody you're telling how great you are.
when the birds finally leave, I crawl out. I take my
What if
shirt
they don't
off. I
leave?
look
What
up
if they
at the
can't
rain.
leave because they like their house better?
No,
What if
no,
they're like,
they're
this
leaving.
is-
No, they. My mother-in-law loves birds, so she's definitely taking.
How do you
them.
get the cage in and out? Do you have to take it apart?
It's on wheels.
It's on a it has, but
So you're
to
gonna
our
wheel.
house,
Oh,
it'll be
please
on a
take
dolly.
pictures of wheeling them down the road.
No, but I mean, we'll carry the birds
Let's do a parade.
So,
Oh, boy.
Andrea? What do you think?
It's worth?
Like this kind of thing would be worth.
We also, it's kind of hard without a time frame, right? Because if it's
Yeah.
only like a week,
Well, no, hold on, hold on.
realistically,
We can solve that. What if if it goes 1 week, he gets.
right?
He checks
okay.
a box. If he goes 2 weeks,
Tiered
he checks
system,
another box.
tiered
Yeah.
system.
3 weeks, he gets
What's
another box.
realistically? Crystal was about to say realistic.
it'll probably be 3 weeks.
Okay.
Realistic.
God,
Man. That's a
3
stinger. I know when you hear it.
Yeah,
when
yeah,
you
yeah,
hear it,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
a little different.
Yeah.
21 days.
Yeah.
And,
That's
it's
a
and you're
lot.
gonna have to get the birds down there and get them out, right? That's gonna be all you.
Yeah.
It's cooler outside. We can bring them out into the patio during the day and
That'll
bring
be
them in at
fun.
night.
Do it during football. The birds love football.
They go swimming with you guys in the pool.
Yeah, you put them on your head while you're swimming around.
We have the screen. We can probably
Yeah.
just leave the cage open and let them have a good time.
Yeah, let them
Do you have
walk
any
around.
fans
Yeah,
out there? Make
dude,
sure to turn those on.
You can be over there grilling while 15 gallons of doo-doo.
Doo-doo on my plants.
Yeah.
I
Fertilize.
cannot answer what like compensation would be.
Well, I'm not even saying sexual. I'm just saying,
No, but-
like,
I think it's worth a one-wheel XL.
well,
wow.
There's prizes here.
Yeah, I think it's worth a prize.
There is.
If you go, only if you go
Is
the
this
distance.
like your version of a push present?
undisturbed.
Sort of.
I hope not, because my push present was a garden tower.
Well, you mentioned that you liked the idea of growing your own
No,
vegetables.
I said
for
I
your
wanted
babies.
After a
something
newborn.
green. I wanted something green for my
Emerald.
May or my my
Well,
May baby
you
to be
got-
born, which was an emerald.
15 gallons
Not
of bird
a
poop.
garden tower.
What got
All right,
going?
we got a garden tower,
Yeah,
a soup bowl.
We bought all the stuff to
The
make your
Red
own.
Bull.
Remember that time you bought the stuff to make your own baby food? That lasted literally half a
Months
day.
and months. No, I did that all the time. How dare you?
I got the pouches.
It's still in there.
I put
You know
the
what?
carrots in the pouches.
You're this might make up for the birds, as you're always shitting on everything that she does. So
Yeah.
yeah, these birds might
Right
live
now, I think we're
rent-free.
at a wash.
Yeah,
I think
these
we're at a
birds
wash.
might live rent
Listen,
free.
I'm the one who knew why Tommy wouldn't poop at school.
That's true.
What is that supposed to
Better
be?
parent.
I'm a better parent. I'm more involved in the daily
Oh, shit,
intricacies
son.
How
of
did
their
this turn
lives.
into
You're
that?
bad dad Birdman.
Bad dad.
Well, I gotta someone's. I gotta
Wait a
work.
minute. This is my
I have to go
conversation.
and make the money.
These birds are your only friends.
I make the monies. I go home.
I make money.
Well, I know.
She makes money.
Yeah, I know.
You just tell
Well,
us
wait. When we talk about compensation, we got to figure out who is the deficit.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So maybe this bird coming over is my compensation.
Let her have the birds, and you don't have to say "I love you" for
She's
you know.
flipping it on you. This is going
whatever.
sideways.
Hold on.
This wasn't your plan when you set this up.
I don't bring birds to your room. Like, what do I do?
That's true.
You know, you don't pay attention that much. Tommy
Yeah.
says it's hard to make you laugh.
You bring over grift listeners all the time.
You do
to
get
do
her
shoddy
involved
work.
in some sort of schemes.
Our
all the
yard
time.
has been dirt piles of rocks.
I'm working on it. I told you.
2 months.
So yeah, going out there shoveling.
Yeah, but I think you just do that to avoid the birds.
Well, that's what I'm going to do. All I'm saying is that this, at least Monday Night Football, undisturbed.
You always get that anyway. You watch it on your phone in the bathroom.
God damn. This is not the way it was supposed to go. This is not what you told me off before we started the show.
The truth hurts.
And I got nothing. I'm not prepared for this.
I don't bother you in there.
No, I'm just saying.
Which bathroom, guest or main?
No, he gets the main.
And
you can do a little football, a little
Stretch out a
soapy, a
little
little
bit,
football, a
yeah.
little soapy butt. Yeah, that's a good.
I'd like at least 7 Sundays to go out and wander around in the backyard and then mess with my plants.
Ooh, 7's a lot.
You're only getting 3 weeks of these birds.
Yeah, it's a tall order.
Yeah, dude.
I'm saying over time.
Why do you get 2.5
So you
months of...
basically are asking to avoid your family
No,
as compensation.
Yeah,
I'm
thank
around,
you.
I'm around my family every day.
He is around his family more than I am.
I play.
I naturally avoid my family because I can't fucking stand you guys.
I played for hours straight laser tag yesterday. Every day I
You
play
say
for an hour.
hours straight, but it was like 25 minutes.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah.
Right, there's not that many hours after you get home.
Right, like they get home, you don't get home till 5 something, and you know we
Really?
eat dinner.
He leaves here around 2:30. Anyway, no, it must not be
don't
any.
say that.
Yeah,
Hey,
probably not a
Daniel,
big deal or
did-
anything.
Daniel, did you help him turn off his location services? I noticed I can't find out where he is now during the day.
Are you serious?
I don't know.
I didn't help
Was Travis?
him.
Butler, did you do that?
I know. I didn't help him.
Somebody's got to pay for that.
But I may have,
But by the way,
I can't talk.
this is
About it.
This is how crazy it is. I get out of the shower. Literally, I think it was last night.
What?
and
She was looking at location services. Are you in the shower? It doesn't. I'm looking at this.
She's
Are
like,
you in there?
What are those scratches on your flanks? And then
Oh.
it's like, what woman did that?
You
She's
had
like
leg
expecting
scratching.
me.
Pull
Was
up your
that-
shirt and show everybody your
I'm
fingernails.
not pulling my shirt up.
Pull your shirt up. I want to see that this hooker clawed your love in.
Unzip that
Who
hoodie.
wants to smell my dick? That's what they do. I'm just saying that. That's what they do when
gone off
like
the
your
rails.
crazy girlfriend
You don't
smells
wanna
your
smell
dick
my
when you
dick.
get home.
You should
Let me
feel
smell
lucky
your
that your
dick.
wife still feels crazy about you.
Oh,
That's true.
So why do you have scratches on your flanks?
Thank you.
I don't know how lucky anybody should feel about that. That you're gonna.
Why are
crazy
you
wife.
avoiding the question?
you should feel
You are evading.
ecstatic that the crazy bird lady is in love with you so much. She loves the
She's
shit out of
yelling.
you, man.
She's yelling at. She's like, "Who'd you cheating on me with?" And I'm like, "What the? I'm tired."
Either tell me who you cheated with or face the wrath of the birds. And then they just come in and they're standing on your shoulder and just
flop,
like,
yeah.
You happy about that? And then also,
You still haven't answered who scratched your flanks.
oh my God.
who? I mean, Baller, my sons. I have no idea. I go from work to home. I mean, I do nothing else. Nothing. So at what point in time do you think I'd have to like go out and
Was it
actually,
you shimmying off your roof after you clean the gutters?
yeah, and, like be banging like cheating on my wife? Where? At a hotel? Is that
I don't
still
know.
a thing?
You tell me.
Why
You're the
she's
one that's cheating, not me.
She's scratching
You're the
my
one
flank.
No, they
leaving
hold
work
on to
at
your
2:30.
flanks.
Yeah.
Maybe you were getting pegged. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, the claw. Where's your glove claws?
Yeah, wear your claw gloves.
So, did you scratch your own flanks?
Oh my God, he might have done that.
All right. So, where do you guys want to go from
Well,
there?
if the listeners if the listeners want to write in,
The listeners said they love this version of Two Wife Crew.
what when they come in,
On
and
the
just
no, they like this one right now. They're saying they love this version of
oh.
Two Wife
oh,
Crew.
they're
Yeah.
wearing us out. Well, I'm
Listen,
just a
y'all
bystander.
invited us in here.
Look, I love it. I absolutely love it. Will you guys stay and do some voicemails with us?
Yes.
Just a couple?
Okay. Yes.
Okay, we'll take a quick break.
Is
Is that cool with
Mr.
you?
Snarts and Greenie
Yeah.
gonna show up for third segment?
You know what?
Oh, your
No,
drinks
come
are
on.
full.
I will bring Mr. Snarts
No,
out,
come on.
And you get Greenie out.
What is that?
Look, we didn't
Did
play
he not show
You didn't even tell your wife
Oh,
about
wait,
this?
pause.
All right, let's
What?
do it now.
Don't tell my wife anything about the show.
Did you
Like,
not
she
even
don't
bring
care.
it home?
No, he did not bring it home.
Show your children?
What is
They
it?
don't care either. Like, you don't understand.
Maisie loved it. She started doing voices.
I'm afraid. Daniel brought out a black box. What is happening?
That's not mine. That's Tom's.
Do you have a bird in there?
Here, you can take
It was a
that.
custom gift.
Wait, you each have your own box?
Yes.
The gentleman that owns and puts on the Orlando Comedy Festival that's happening this weekend. It's like an improv.
He made
Personal
it.
puppets.
Yeah, dude, it's real.
Maisie
It's real
was
shit.
doing voices. Wouldn't the boys love?
Yeah, Tommy, I'm telling you.
so cute.
This is Tommy Van right here.
My sons love YouTube and.
Oh my God.
and,
I have to videotape this. They're
No,
gonna-
you have to videotape it. It's
Gotta
on.
go.
We were
Gotta
trying to
get my
get
mic
Tom
here.
to do it yesterday.
Hey, what's up, man? It's me, Mr. Snarts.
Hey, I'm over here.
Hey, what's up? Oh, yeah, I like you. You're pretty fucking sexy, man.
I cannot shut
Bring
this.
on the birds.
Yeah.
Where are the birds?
Hey, you like birds? I got a couple birds, man. Let me eat your pussy.
Oh, come on.
I can't send this to my kids.
She's trying to send a video to her children.
It's the same thing I did in Jetson's video, man.
you can send it to Tommy. He was fine with it.
Oh
like, but
Are they?
Come on, it's adorable.
Why do you hate fun, man?
Why would you leave
This
it
fun?
here?
He does hate
for
fun.
kids.
I took it home. Maisie's face lit up.
Yeah, she
Just
did.
do it. Hey, you want to make your kids smile? Just pretend for a little bit. Do a few voices. They'll be like,
TC doesn't know how to do that.
No, they
He
don't
tried
even
yesterday,
like it.
but he does like a Mexican voice. He's like, "Hey,
how
are you?"
He got real
They don't even
racist.
like it. I'm talking to myself. You don't understand. I'm talking to two little Tommies, one big name Tommy.
Yeah.
And they don't care about nothing. I asked them last night. I was like, we got to do something. Maisie's doing. I tried to bully him with Maisie.
Don't bully him.
And I'm like, Maisie's doing soccer, charcuterie.
Charcuterie.
She's doing everything. I'm like, look at all.
that's this
But
one's
it's-
name. Charcuterie.
That's because that's what she wants to do.
I know,
But if they don't want to do it, then
All
why
our
would
kids want to do is play Nintendo.
That's okay.
That's not okay.
They
You're
got-
like you're wasting your life away.
No, you're not.
Shit, they are because like Maisie's doing all these things that's gonna make her into a goddamn
Renaissance
CEO.
woman.
Yeah, she's gonna be a CEO of a company,
Just
a
tell him to do
power
something.
woman.
Tommy says he wants to play football. That's the only thing he ever says he
There
wants
you go.
to do.
Put him
Then
in
put him in
football.
football.
But I
Oh,
was really
there's
bad.
Hey,
Hey, Maisie's not the best dancer either. You know?
Yeah.
Sometimes you
Yeah.
gotta
But that's
say-
also a
Yeah.
life lesson, right? You're not going to be good at everything. So
Yeah,
let him
in
try
fact,
it.
I was
be a
proud of her
kicker.
yesterday. I was proud
He
of her.
could be a kicker, yeah.
Because we were talking at
Can't
dinner,
kick.
remember? And I said, "Are you the best dancer?"
do
And
you
she's
know?
like, "No, Caitlin's the best." She's like, "Caitlin's the best dancer." And I was like, "Oh, okay, good. All right." Because normally she gets a little uneasy if she's not the
You-
best. So
And you said he's not going to be good, but he hasn't tried.
yeah, he might be awesome.
He's really, really bad at homework.
He might be good at football.
Sometimes I'm like, how dumb are you? Like, this is, what the? 10 minus
He's
7.
my son.
What the hell? You can't figure this shit out.
Because
Hold on, I'm switching. I don't know who's the worst parent. I don't know. I do like the honesty, though. I will say that. I do like the honesty.
I mean, that's
He's
what I
not
say
tr-
inside. On the outside, I'm like, okay,
Oh,
let's
right,
do
right,
number
right.
4.
yeah, because
Let's keep going.
he's daydreaming. He's got my
I
brain.
think he has ADD.
He gets
I do
distracted.
too.
He's just floating around.
He's
yeah.
floating around all the time. And you know what he tells me? Did you say, I don't want to repeat, but he says, I don't want to daydream, mommy, but my body makes me.
Yeah, I think, he might have
Yeah.
a problem where
And
he
it's like
might
he
need some
knows.
medication. Yeah.
That's
No,
fixable.
I'm not going to put him on medication. No way.
No,
He's
yeah.
too
All right, well,
little.
he's gonna date.
She's like the.
He's gonna
you
date.
know,
No, put the helmet on him.
yeah.
No.
Yeah. I mean,
Need some,
I get cheese
Go to
grates of
class.
Adderall on the tongue.
oh, my God.
Just put it on your lips and then kiss him in the morning. You'll be good to go. Just rub it and give him a
Yeah,
long
yeah.
And then I'll whisper in his ear, like, in 15 minutes, you'll be able to think.
Yeah, and then he'll start
like
losing.
your old man every day.
He'll start losing weight, and that's how I'll know.
Oh.
He's got no weight to lose.
one. He's pretty lean.
I know what. I'm diet and exercise here. Like, and
Just say dying and exercise.
diet.
Dying and exercise. Name of the show.
All right.
Oh my God.
Let's take a break.
All right, we will. I got new music. Really good stuff this week that came across my desk. Let's see what we got here. We did that one. This is. Oh, my glasses. This is the Technicolors. The name of the song is Night Visions. We'll be back with more Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. 1-844-TOMNDAN. We'll be right back.
The fluorescent mind bleeds into my mind. I can see the city lights.
You can almost freestyle over this. Electro Tom of the future. Welcome back to a mediocre time with Tom and Dan. I'm Dan.
I'm Tom.
You want to do it?
Let's do it.
All right. Wait, can I do?
Well, wait, what happened? What happened?
Look on the bear cam. There's one right there.
Oh, my wife is obsessed with
a bear cam.
Fat bear cam.
My wife
What
is
is that?
obsessed with the fat bear cam, which is an Alaskan fat bear cam.
It's like they have it in Brooks Falls brown bears because they're watching them all get fat for the winter, and they have a cam, and somebody is sitting there following them.
Yeah,
but look,
you
there's one just sitting
So
there
my
eating
wife,
salmon.
she logs
live.
in and watches bears eat salmon. So you're not working, is what you're telling me.
I was doing it last night, like in bed, watching the fat bear cam.
Is it, do you get joy out of that?
I make fun of it too. She's like,
yeah.
oh my God, there's a bear. I'm like, where? Outside?
But there's all of these cams that you can like watch nature and watch animals.
Does it make you sad knowing that like they'll soon be dead?
Why are they soon going to be dead? They're going.
Well, we're ruining everything, you know.
Well, everything will soon be dead.
Yeah. Like, you know, there won't be any more polar bears.
It doesn't make me sad because I don't have any interaction with polar bears. I mean, maybe if I had a day-to-day interaction with polar bears, I would be a little sad.
I'm going to show Crystal, see what she thinks. Look, the bear cam. There's a bear right there eating his salmon.
Where is that?
In Alaska. It's the fat bear cam.
Oh my gosh!
So you're saying people like
Wait a minute.
I'm not saying
There's somebody
anything.
that follows
I
it.
tried to negotiate
it's a human.
a
human is
blowjob.
following.
That's all I wanted. I wasn't doing it for
This
anything.
whole thing was to get a blowjob,
Yeah.
and now I
That's
got my
all-
wife on here.
Yeah, talking about bear
can watch it
cam.
live.
My wife made me do sneaky sex this morning, and I didn't want
I
sneaky
didn't
sex.
make you.
Well,
you
it was all
said,
I was going to get.
You said, hey, want to do it?
Yeah, that's what I did.
No, it's Maisie and Ben.
And that works.
And then my wife's like, well, I don't.
it was-
Then she goes, well, I don't really want to do it. And I'm like, okay, that's
It was
fine.
6:15 a.m.
Yeah.
And this I
6:15?
I
like
just
a- I
opened
like
my
to-
eyes, and he goes, "Hey, want to do it?"
I like to, and I was standing over her too with a knife, with a knife in my hand.
Terrifying.
Yeah.
But then, did you agree?
Well, because so then she said, I don't really want to do it. And I was
I
like,
had to
okay.
wake up a
I was like,
second.
okay, that's fine. So I just laid there and I just was on my phone. And then she's like, if you want to do like real fast, sneaky under the covers, we can do that. And I was like, fuck. I was like, all right.
Well, that's what I always want to do. Anything.
No, I want full on my naked ass in the air. I'm eating it.
Come on.
Like,
what? 6 in the morning?
Yeah, I want it like I'm a tiger.
I like it better in the morning. For
Ooh,
sure.
morning
I like it better in the morning too.
Do you like it because then you just get it over with for the day?
No,
or you
it's just like I'm
feels
way
good?
more into it in the morning.
But the bed is too high now because we got this new bed.
But you got different angles,
so when
right?
I
Because
pull,
you can-
yeah, you do. But
that's
when I
nice.
pull out it, I
Oh,
got
come on.
when I pull out and I got a drippy one.
oh, yeah.
I have to roll and then parkour jump off the bed because it's too high. I'm too short for my bed. Like getting back into my bed is hard for
you
me.
need just get one of the doggy stairs.
I do need. I need a potty. It's a potty horse. Potty
You know
horse,
what?
yeah.
That was pretty good. I'm going.
I like it when she says it for some reason. It's fun.
Oh, that's
It's nice.
Yeah. That's
You
the
know
first
what?
step to stop.
I'm gonna bring an extra bird over. I've got a buddy. 4 birds it is. I'll just bring an extra one over. Might as well make it even.
How do we get the kids out of our bed so we have the opportunity in the morning? Because at night I'm done. I don't want to. I'm like, get away from me. I'm tired. My battery is on empty. I don't.
That's
kind
kind
of
of how I feel like you are. That's why I tried to hit you up this morning, but
But we did it.
yeah.
So
but
why
it
are
was
you
like,
poo-pooing it?
Yeah, but it was like it was like.
I had to at least. I said, "Hi, good morning. Hey, want to do it?"
No, Tom
Like,
sounds a
let
little
me-
ungrateful to me.
Listen, you
He's
get
getting
what's
morning
in stock.
delight all the time over there.
You get what you get. And you don't throw a fit.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I don't get morning delight all the time. It's just like
No, I'm saying
once.
you
every
should
once
be
in a
mad
while.
at him for being ungrateful for poo-pooing
not-
on the
I'm
morning
not-
delight.
I'm not poo-pooing it. I'm just saying it could have been like I
That's
like
a little poo-poo.
I like it better when I can do everything. Were you showing pictures of us making love?
No, it's the bear.
Oh, okay.
Bear
I thought
cam.
you had
a
pictures.
different angle of the bear.
First topic. What are we gonna?
Yeah,
talk
what do we
about?
got on there?
Oh yeah. Oh, sorry, we talked.
Well, it's
about that.
congratulations to Pariah Mike. He made it to the second round of the John Morgan Jingle Competition.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, congratulations
so
on going to the
thanks,
second round of the
PDMs.
totally rigged fake contest.
Yeah. I mean, if he wins, we get tiny percentage of that, 100K, right?
I think you still owe him money.
Well, you can take that out of the percentage.
Take it out. Yeah.
Yeah, but we
Go
get
ahead and pay yourself.
I mean,
first
1% at least, right? Just for boosting him along, and
I think I boosted him along more than you did.
I talked about it that one time, and
we mentioned it.
I mean, we got a blowtorch of a
I
thing here.
I
So
put
that's
it
what
on my
call it.
social media. I got the blue check. No big deal.
Pea jug.
Okay, so you guys told me about this, and this is an all-time Chopper move.
Yeah.
Butler's coming in to defend himself.
Yeah.
He already knows this is about him.
So Daniel told me that you guys will often go and go walk to Publix to get lunch.
Well, because we like each other, and because you hate us, you stay
No,
here,
no.
and you use that time. To
I've never heard him that he's walking.
No, he doesn't. He stays
never.
here.
I got work to
and then
do.
He only does that when he has to go poo.
He lets us leave, and then he goes in there and takes a really loud bowel movement.
No, I stopped doing that because Butler would come back and be like, "I smell poo poo."
Yeah, he would.
Right before.
Yeah. You should be ashamed of yourself.
He's screaming it before he even walks
well,
in the
the
door.
new thing he'll do with me, because I'm drinking a lot more water, he's like, somebody's got sticky doo-doos. They smeared all in the bowl.
Hey,
I'm like,
remember-
why are you saying that?
Remember that time Travis accused me of saying, "Is he autistic?"
You did say that.
But maybe if I did, I was right.
Oh, how dare you?
Oh my God.
It's
Who
something.
comments on another adult's poop?
He can't help but
He
comment
can't help
anything.
it.
You can't help it, see?
Yeah.
If you had a big purple thing on your face,
take
or
it.
you know what I'm saying, you'd be
I
like,
take a toilet
"What's
brush
that thing
to
on your
the
face?"
bowl.
When it's
If I
obviously
I'm with
skid
Crystal here.
some sort of birthmark that is
Yeah.
that everybody understands
It's
not
like
to
a
talk
baby
about.
when they see a black person for the first time. You know,
Yeah,
like-
that's what it is.
No,
Yeah,
it
he's
is.
like black.
Yeah,
Like, he just screams black and points.
Like every
he's like
little
old.
kid does that. Like my daughter, we've been in like Winn-Dixie. I think we were in Winn-Dixie. She's like fat. You know, I'm like, no.
Yeah, he
Or
can't help.
ask you really loudly, "Why is that lady so fat?" And you're
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
So-
or she doesn't have a leg.
That's a valid question.
Mommy, she has a baby in her belly.
Yeah, stuff like that.
But they don't.
But they
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They don't.
That's
Well, they
a
do.
mother thing.
They're just fat.
It's a doo-doo,
Yeah.
baby. Anyway, but this takes the cake for all-time Chopper moves because.
Well, it's just disgusting. So we're walking.
So they're and this is a thing that happens that is prevalent because
Yes.
people have talked about this
Tuttle
before.
taught me this.
So there's a lot of landscapers that I think when you go out for the day, like you don't, besides from like stocking up at 7-Eleven or whatever, like the guy that's in charge doesn't like to let you stop to take a
Yeah,
pee-pee.
you gotta go to the next job. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta because the times
"You want to get done
ticking.
before the heat of the
Yeah.
day."
Yeah.
And there's porta johns on the side. When you get there, you can hold it like a big boy.
No, there's
No,
no landscapers.
Oh.
They're there. You're just at someone's house, so you can't go. You can't knock on their door.
Well, doesn't the boss
Sorry,
have to go to the bathroom? Like,
I thought you were
Doesn't
talking about
it
yeah,
just all-
he pees in
I
the
thought
jug
you were talking
too.
about like construction cats.
Yeah.
Gross.
So
they just all stop at the somewhere?
no, because they
Time is money.
yeah,
Yeah,
time is
they
money.
gotta
They
go
need to
fast.
go. Just piss in the jug.
My old guy
They're
said,
harder
yeah.
men.
you
too.
So
talking
what?
about?
Yeah. So tell us about the jug.
So there's pee-pee jugs strewn
Like
about everywhere.
Milk jug.
Yeah.
Milk
Like
jug.
a water, like a
Gatorade.
spring
Yeah.
water jug.
Yeah, and in fact, a buddy of mine used to find them in his front shrubbery because he was convinced that like another neighbor's landscaper was peeing in the jug and then throwing it in his shrubbery.
Well, that's
Yeah.
like turf war.
Dude,
Pee-pee
you've
revenge.
tried to pee in a thing in the car. And
I didn't have a hole in the side. You need a carb. If you don't have a carb and you pee, there's no way for the air to go out. So all I was doing is peeing in there, and then when I took my dick lips off the Gatorade bottle, the pee shot out all
Wait, a
over me.
Gatorade bottle? How
That's a
thick
big,
is
yeah,
yours?
that's a big
He's
hole.
tuna can Dan.
I'm tuna can Dan. Yeah.
Don't make that noise.
Well, I didn't
Well,
hear-
just like hey, listen, Gatorade bottles
Big old
real
dick.
big, real thick.
Yeah.
It's
But it's the
girthy.
size of a tuna can too. So it's just
Yeah, it's like, it's only an inch. It's only an inch tall,
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
also in spring water, not oil.
So, anyway,
don't eat tuna.
it's a common occurrence to find pee-pee jugs thrown about everywhere because I assume they're from landscapers.
So the
right?
landscapers have to go to the bathroom, and then they kneel down in the bushes like a football player,
Or in the
right?
truck, usually.
Usually in the truck.
Well, why don't you just throw it in the trash?
Right. Why are they throwing it in?
Because we're
'Cause it's
animals.
more fun
Is there a limit?
Well,
They're
Samantha said
driving
it.
and they're
so, listen, Samantha said it, not me, and they don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
it's
it's-
hot as fuck, and they're pee-pee in a jug and throw it out the
It's
window.
more fun
If
to
there a lid
throw
on
it out the
it?
sunroof.
Yeah, there was a lid. There was a lid.
You found one in your.
No, we found one as we were
On
walking
our
to
way to
Publix,
Publix.
and it was sitting in the middle of the road, and it had the top on it, and it was engorged where the sun had baked it.
Oh my God, it was gonna
And it got
Yeah.
puffy like our dead raccoon.
Yeah. So anyway,
I expect more from Baldwin Park.
You'd
Yeah,
think
no,
so,
right?
but
Listen,
people trash it
it's
up
not
around here.
Mr. Baldwin is not weed eating the fucking leaves.
I bet it's people just passing through.
They got lavender pipes.
Riffraff.
It's not
this
the
place
next.
is trash.
It's not the next door CEO.
Well, Dan saw the guy in the Publix parking lot in a BMW throw a bunch of trash
Yeah.
out.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, people throw their
Oh,
trash
yeah.
out around
These
here.
people
because,
are
you know why?
trashy.
Because
But
they
wrong
expect the
with-
maintenance to clean it up for them.
Well,
That's why.
the PB jugs are
Entitlement.
probably from the landscapers.
Yeah, probably.
'Cause I've seen the PB
Hired
jugs.
by Baldwin Park.
Anyway, it was there. It was all expanded from the heat from
Oh,
the day.
hot and
So
big.
what did the chopper do?
And so the chopper, apparently, of what Daniel told me, you guys were all walking down
We
the
had to
sidewalk.
scream at him and stop him from kicking it.
And he ran like he was kicking a kickoff off, like he ran towards it like he was going to kick the
And
PB
Sam
jug.
goes, no!
And I'm like, that
I was
is
ducking for cover.
How old are you?
Slow motion?
an all
It's
new.
like kick the can. Man. I'm sorry.
It is urine.
I didn't
during
know
a
it was urine.
Why would you
Andrea.
Why would you kick it anyway? It's got liquid.
Gonna
in
get
it.
on your
He
shoes.
kicks
He
everything.
didn't think about it.
No.
He saw the PB
Yeah,
jug.
there's no thought
and,
process.
And the chopper's like, oh, and he started running at it like,
Ass.
Like an addiction.
What
Yeah.
if the lid? You know, sometimes
Yeah.
the lid when you screw it on, but it just missed that one little hook,
Oh, the
and
edge.
it's
Oh,
up
we would
sideways.
have been in some trouble.
Yeah, well, then he stopped
flocked his
short. He stopped short. He's like, oh, and then Sam's like, oh, and he's like, I dodged a bullet there. It's like, no, Sam told you to not kick the. You didn't fucking. You dodged nothing.
Yeah.
Sam
You
told
ran
you to
towards
stop.
it.
That's what happened.
You should run toward it to pick it up and throw it in
No,
the
never
trash.
touch it.
with your
Don't
hands.
touch another
Oh,
man's
gross.
piss.
Well, he didn't know it was pee. He should just go to
Yeah.
and not kick it. What were we gonna do after
Oh
you
wait,
kicked
that's a
it?
good question. Did you know it was pee?
No, I just thought it was a bucket. I was going to
Yellow water.
He doesn't even know the difference between a jug and a bucket.
It
don't.
was
It's all the same to me.
yellow.
Yeah, if it's yellow, it's PB. Yeah, it's Coca-Cola.
It was like yellow brown, just like when we had that mare in here and he
Yeah,
peed
yeah,
all
yeah.
over our
Don't talk
toilet
about it.
seat. Whatever that guy, that big wrestler mare.
Don't talk about it.
Come on, man. That guy needs
Big.
a liquid death in his life.
It was
Viscous.
thick.
Good Lord, what is this? Is this?
put
I think this
molasses
is.
all over
I
the
think this is amber agave. This is not piss. This is dark amber agave. What are you making, a vegan cake? What the fuck's happening?
A
here?
mosquito could get trapped in there.
God.
Did you all go look at this mayor's
Yeah, we
pee?
did. That's
Yeah,
what we
because
did.
I went to go pee
Well,
first.
Butler yelled.
started
"Go
with
No,
top."
I did.
Oh,
It starts
yeah,
with the
yeah.
top.
Because I had to go pee, and then I went in, and it was all over the seat. I mean, literally the entire seat was covered.
Yeah,
in it.
because
Like a
when you're-
World War II veteran.
Yeah, because
Why,
when-
why not just sit down?
And I couldn't not show everybody. That was like, what is this?
Did he pee through a collar?
Well,
There have
he's
been-
7 foot tall.
Yeah.
He's going 5.5 feet from
Yeah.
the
Those
dick
were-
to.
I mean, it's like it's like when you're zeroing in like from space, you're like trying to shoot a fucking Scud missile into the window of some terrorist house. It's like it's gonna be close.
Get fucking closer.
Well, we've only had two people.
Or sit down,
we've
right?
only
I
had-
mean, my
Sit
God.
No, but he's 7 foot tall. His dick will go
You
into
gotta
the water.
then hold it up. I don't know.
We've only
Something.
had two people piss out of the bathroom. One was Harold, and one was the
One was Tom.
wrestler mayor, and one was Tom. That's
One
the
was Tom. Oh,
trifecta.
yeah,
No, I was on the floor next to the bathroom. Anyway,
Did you know
Go
Tom?
ahead.
Oh yeah, you did know that he pissed his pants and then pissed all
I
over
know,
the.
Yeah, because he came home to change. I think.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
he
peed on
did.
the
Yep,
outside.
yep.
Anyway,
And
what's
your
You
bird?
need to send a change of clothes with
Well,
him.
bird proposal was
Do
what
I
we
need
already
to
talked
do
about.
Okay. Is it quieter in the winter?
We brought this up either on ACT or in between segments.
What, like generally in
Yeah,
the
because
outside?
a couple of days ago, I was just sitting in the house and the doors are open, and it was that day, I think it was Tuesday, where it kind of felt like fall. And I was sitting there listening, and I'm like, it's quieter. It like everything is, I don't know if it's less humidity, makes it seem.
No ACs are running.
Yeah, it just seems, that might be it.
We were
I
talking
never
about, like,
thought
probably
about,
part of it.
I never thought about air conditioner or just environmental pollution. What
Does
is that, noise
humidity have to do with like louder noise?
I would feel like humidity would make it quieter, though.
pollution?
'cause
I
it's
agree.
thicker.
It'd be thicker, yeah.
but
But
um,
Stifle the sound
crisper.
travel.
Yeah. But
I don't know.
I think it's the fact that there's the AC is
Maybe
not
you're
running.
just happier.
I do like it, but I do like the heat too. Like I don't like it cold. I don't like it cold, but I do like I don't know. Like when you said that, you're like, hey, it feels like fall. And I was like, yeah, it kind of does.
Well, yeah, and then even 10 degrees, when it's 86 instead of 96, it makes a difference. Even though 86 would be a hot-ass summer for most people. But it is just like a little bit nice. And then at night it's like 74. And you're like,
So, like according to the interwebs, the speed of sound is affected by temperature and humidity, and because if it's less dense, sound passes through hot air faster than it passes through cold air.
Oh, we were wrong.
It's the opposite of what we thought. So it's the temperature, but not the humidity.
Does that make it louder, or you could hear from longer distance?
If it passes faster.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Oh.
That's interesting.
I think I mentioned that.
You did not. You did not. And whatever you mentioned, you made up on the go, and you had no idea if it was right.
Made up on the go? Don't call me.
Now, Butler tells me something long, and then I'm not even paying attention because I stopped listening to him a long time ago. Mm-hmm. And then after he's done with it, he gives it like 3 beats, and he's like, I just made all that up. And then I'm like, I know you did, and you didn't even have to tell me to begin with. Because
I had you at the beginning.
Anyway, Black Dog.
Okay, today is, hey, congratulations. Today is National Black Dog Day. Yeah, so a little, tip of the hat to Lena. But I read that, and I'm like, Black Dog, what is Black Dog? And then I was like, and this goes in the category of dumb shit that I remember, because I only remember dumb shit. Isn't the black dog when a 18-wheeler trucker, a la the movie of the same name with Meatloaf and Randy Travis in it, when you see the black dog as an 18-wheeler over-the-road trucker, isn't that when you fall asleep behind the wheel of your truck? And that's called The Black Dog.
Never heard of anything you just said.
No,
that movie,
me either.
Any of those people.
Is that it, Sam? Can you look that up?
I thought it was you hallucinate because you've been driving too long.
Okay, that might be closer.
And then you see a black dog and you swerve out of the
and
way.
then you wreck.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it's something with a black dog and hallucination,
the black dog.
or staying up too late, or being on the road for too long.
Yeah.
But it's something like that.
So it is a trucker urban legend. Some see a black dog as a warning to get off the road, but others say it means you're at the end of the line. Okay, that doesn't really help me.
That means you're going to die?
Black Cat Month. Too.
Is it
okay, this pervasive urban trucking legend was popularized by the Patrick Swayze movie of the same name.
Oh, Patrick Swayze was in that.
Almost everyone in trucking has heard about the black dog that appears when a trucker starts to fall asleep. The black dog is supposed to be an omen that means a fatal crash is coming. Some see the black dog as a warning to get off the road, but others say it means that you're at the end of the line.
God, I remember dumb shit.
I like how it's like, it's a sign that you're about to fall asleep. Like, it's like, or a crash is coming. Like, the crash is going to be caused by the falling asleep at the wheel.
Right. Or the dog. You swerved to miss the dog, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean.
Nowadays, it's all going to be taken over by electric trucks, right? Like that's
that'll be a while,
I think that's a long
dude.
time coming.
But
that's
long
time.
how long? Like
we
10
should
years?
do it all underground, right?
I think we're like.
I think 10 years or less.
10 years ago, remember when you said radio was going to be gone in a year?
Oh my God,
Well,
Sam.
Oh my God.
I mean,
His timelines are insane.
I think it's.
Where are you at right now? I'm in Sanford. How long is it going to take for you to get here? 2 minutes.
I was off on that, he says.
Well, it's not gone. I mean, it's slow. It's soon.
Oh my God.
It's gonna be.
He's getting there.
Yeah.
I
can't
still listen
imagine.
to FM radio.
I know.
I know you
A
do.
lot of people do. They emailed me. I'm like, oh goddamn, I was wrong. I guess terrestrial radio is better than.
Well, hold on.
It's better than ever, baby.
Everybody listens. Everybody listens.
Nobody listens to podcasts anymore. They all went back to radio.
It wasn't that many emails.
Like, everybody wants 15 things to listen to.
That's why
and you can't
Costco is
pause.
so successful. You just offer a few. When
Yeah.
you offer too many, people get overwhelmed.
You know,
I don't even want to choose. I just rather go to the radio. Whatever's there, I'll take it.
You know, I got a BJ's
That's what Dodo
membership
said.
at the beginning of the pandemic.
How rude.
That's
why you're not getting those BJs.
Sam.
I got a BJ's card at the beginning of the pandemic. I have never been in there.
Man, do you order it by shipped or
No,
anything?
I don't use it. I pay for the card.
Why?
I don't go.
Man, you can get some really,
Yeah.
if you get your detergents and your paper
Toilet
goods,
paper,
toilet paper,
yeah.
paper towels, you really save a lot.
We need to do that.
Keep them
Gatorades.
stocked up all the time.
Do they still have like
I
a
don't
bunch
place
of
to
like
put it.
sort of good electronics, but not really?
I don't go to that side of the store.
I
I'll
like that
only
side.
stay on
They
the
do.
grocery
Yes,
side.
they do.
They got tires?
Costco does.
I remember one time.
Yes, BJ's does
I
have
have
tires.
Kroger bring my groceries.
One time,
Yeah.
Crystal bought a big industrial, like commercial size jug of Heinz ketchup.
I didn't know it was
They
that.
used screw off the top. And it's just a big.
Push your fist in. Smear
It's
your
for
fist on a
restaurants,
burger.
right?
Yes.
It's a restaurant,
Just
Heinz.
scoop out your.
Yeah, and then she's like, we can scoop it into the smaller.
I didn't know it was that big when I ordered it.
Until it's gone, and I'll say,
Put your hairnet on and start stirring the jello.
And I'm like, I'm not scooping shit. I just bought another, and then we put it in trash. Because
No, I scooped
who's
it.
scooping their Heinz?
I scooped it into the I used our funnel.
Did you?
I did.
That's smart.
Did you use the whole thing? Oh,
Yeah.
Good for you, man.
I remember.
But I didn't know
punting
it was
in
that
the
big. I
trash.
thought it was just getting like the regular big with the squeeze. But it was a giant tub.
If you're scooping
and there were
Heinz
two.
through a funnel, like I'm like, what
I
are
like
we doing
that.
here?
Well, I didn't mean to, but
I
then
mean,
throwing it
there
right
are-
after.
Save money.
There are
I
some
work
people
hard
that,
not to scoop
And
Heinz in a
conserve
funnel.
plastics.
There is-
It's like I tried to do a good job in
But I-
life, just
Oh, yeah,
not scoop.
Somebody in the
Ketchup
chat
in a
room says
funnel.
you should have just bought the pump. Like that you
Yeah.
get at like
Oh,
BurgerFi
yeah.
or
Oh,
something.
well, I'm
You
not
can
buying the
that's for fat people, right?
Amway Arena.
Hot dog heaven.
If you
I want that
have a pump
Just-
on your counter, then you have a problem.
Right, like it's on the counter.
Yeah.
It's like it took us 2 years to go through
Right
those
next to your
two
diabetes
tubs.
medication.
Yeah. I mean, like,
We don't use that much ketchup.
yeah, I don't think we do either, right?
No.
But I'm real bad about doing this. I do it with cereal and I do it with ketchup and other condiments. If it gets down and there's like a little bit in the bottom, I'm just like, well, it's done.
Yeah,
And you
yeah.
don't use it?
No.
You don't use the dusty ends?
No, I don't
Oh,
use.
man,
It's same thing
sometimes-
with toothpaste. When it gets down, I don't take a razor blade and go down the side and then open it and then scrape. No, I don't do it.
I do that
if
because-
it gets down to the end and there's a little bit and I can't get it easily, I'm like done and I throw it away. Same thing with deodorants, all of them. I'm wasteful.
He's not going to let his deodorant scrape his pit.
No, I don't. I hate that because
yeah.
it's counterproductive. You're putting it on, and then the other
Scraping
edge
it off.
is scraping it right off.
Dude.
And then it starts to scrape my lymph nodes or whatever. Then I get itchy pits.
I 100% agree with you, but because of sheer laziness and me not being prepared,
Unpreparedness, yeah.
it'll get down to the plastic scraper, right? To the point where I can't even scrape my pits with that.
No, then you get a Q-tip and you dig
I
out.
gotta
the
dig-
No, hold on. You cannot shit on her for scooping out Heinz when you're doing that. That is
fair.
ridiculous.
This is
That's
not the-
fair. Are you her attorney now? I like this.
I am.
This is
I am
not-
her counsel.
Hold on.
I thought you worked too hard for this.
This
Free crystal.
this
Free
has nothing.
crystal. Free crystal.
This has nothing to do with saving
You're
money.
nothing but Jamie Spears.
I want to buy 100 deodorants and never and then
that
use
on
half and pump
subscribe
them.
and save.
Yeah.
I can't plan, Andrea. I am mentally.
It takes one time.
I almost called myself the R word. Like I can't do it. I'm disabled somehow.
Q-tipping
Like,
his armpits over here.
so I have to scrape it out and then rub it with my finger because I have no other deodorant.
You have your foot deodorant here.
Yeah.
That's for my
That's for-
feet.
You know about his
That's
foot
for
deodorant?
emergencies.
No, what is that?
When his feet start
No.
to stink really bad, he deodorants them up and puts them in his sandals.
Well, it's also regular deodorant for if I ever
Is
forget.
it a spray? Or
No, it's a roll-on, and I use it
It's
for
a
my
what?
like a
It's the
roll-on.
roll-on.
Ew, you're rolling
Yeah.
moisture onto your feet?
The wall-
It's an invisible solid.
This isn't going.
spray.
This is a bad show. But I'm just gonna throw it out
If
there.
it
Yeah,
was
it
a
stinks, it
spray,
stinks.
This is
that's
my
not
favorite
that
show.
Butler's like, I have to light the bamboo candle. Something stinks in here.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, it's my fucking sandals. And now I gotta put deodorant on my feet.
You need to spray.
You just shut the fuck up.
I
Hold
mean, the listeners may be laughing, but this is bad. Like this is all bad. Yeah, they're gonna laugh, but this is all bad.
Well, it's because my sandals, I forget to use just my yard sandals, and I get them all mixed up, and so they all stink. And then I get here, and then there's some sort of dew activates them in the goddamn grass. And then I'm like,
And
oh.
this is why Tom Van needs a conservatorship.
You gotta jump over the dude, man. You can't be activating your feet.
If someone gives me a conservatorship, the first thing I'm gonna do, nude photos. Opposite Brittany.
Look at my curvy tub.
They won't allow it. You got to put powder on your sandals.
Yeah, you gotta powder your sandals.
Well, that involves preparation, which
H.
of course
Oh.
I cannot do. Anyway,
So everyone around you suffers.
it hasn't happened since that last time. It was one time.
Roll on deodorant.
Let's keep moving, shall we?
Hot bench.
That's a new show. It's a judges show called Hot Bench. Remember Hot Bench? We saw it. It's the three judges together.
Oh, yeah.
I
What
don't know
is it?
anything about it. It's daytime TV.
Instead of I don't know why the judges shows are so big, but yes, now it's
Trashier than
three
ever.
judges up there, like when
At the
you're
same
at like
time.
the People's Court or
The
Judge
Supreme Court.
Judy or doing the thing,
And
and
are
they have to like.
The three of them together
Yes.
deliberate.
Yes.
What the
Yeah,
hell?
I want to watch it. So
Well, and now Judge Judy is doing it with her daughter. She's
Yeah.
not doing it by herself anymore. I don't know if she's But yeah, like all the judges shows because Daniel got to watch all this daytime TV
when you were away,
week.
I was like, I'll just sit there and get high and watch daytime TV. Speaking of getting high, that'll go to the next thing where I smoked a joint in the bedroom.
Oh my
your
God.
house?
It smelled so potent.
Well,
and then he put it in the bedroom. I mean,
couldn't
then
have
he
a
put it in the
window
closet with all the
No,
clothes.
I didn't
so
open
all
a window.
our
It was just
clothes.
like everything was on
All your
fire.
clothes.
And they're smoking
You
everywhere.
hotbox your room up
Yeah,
with
yeah.
a joint.
Yeah.
You got a balcony. Like,
I didn't want to go on the balcony. I wanted to lay in my bed, so I laid in my old man Craftmatic adjustable with a joint.
And I was like,
Whoop my ass.
And Andrew's like, "What is happening?" And there's smoke. I mean, it was like you could. It was like
thick.
the fire alarm was gonna go off. And then she's like, "You have to put this out." And I'm like, "Fuck
This
you."
was
And
Maisie in bed?
Oh yeah.
Man, DC, there's a freedom that comes with these
Yeah,
kids going
gotta
to
put
bed
them
at
kids
night.
to bed.
We've trained her now. If
Oh,
she
dude.
gets out of bed, she'll knock
She'll not.
before she
It's
comes
dope.
in our room.
It's so dope.
Oh my
She
God.
will
Wait,
not.
Now you're just
do you sleep
bragging.
with your door closed?
Yes, but everybody's got their door closed.
I've
because
limited
of
blowjobs,
fire.
and my kid just takes care of themselves.
You're supposed to sleep with your
They
door
write me emails.
closed in your rooms because
A
if there's
fire,
ever a
yeah.
fire, it keeps the fire from like spreading super fast into your room.
All the doors are always open.
No.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Fire.
I didn't know that.
disabled all my fire detectors a long time ago. Knocked them off with a broom. And then I was like, fire, I'll be able to, like,
You can smell the fire.
the fire, I'll get in there.
Fire!
Well, we're not in
I'll burn it.
The most aloof motherfucker is gonna notice the fire.
Well,
before
if it's
everybody.
happening, I mean, I'm sure my son, I mean, they get up.
And it's just privacy.
Yeah. And then I'll be like, oh, it's a bird. Get out of here. Right?
We don't have privacy.
Yeah, well, it was a dumb idea. I haven't smoked flower or a joint since I was in college, and I got excited. And I did it in the bedroom. It was a bad idea. And I had to air everything out.
And then he put it in the closet to keep it away
and then
from
it
Maisie.
smoked
and
up
then,
all your pantsuits.
my God, the closet. You would like open the door to the closet, and you're like, wow.
Did you put it in anything like a Kodak film case or anything?
No, it comes with a little tube, and I put it in the shoe. She knows.
He did empty our band. So our Band-Aids come in a tin. Like he likes the the welly Band-Aids.
Yeah, I like welly
And so
Band-Aids.
he was using that because he's like,
Yeah,
where do you get an ashtray now?
I don't have an ash. I was ashing in a Band-Aid thing, and I was like smoking it, and the whole room was all smoked up, and she's yelling at me. And then I got paranoid that Maisie's gonna like knock.
I would be scared to smoke in my own room because then I would be mad at myself. Like I would get myself in trouble or something.
I had to turn on the purifier.
She yells at herself.
I do.
What have you done? I'll be sitting on the couch. It's 10:30 at night. A hard day's work.
Yeah.
Kids go to sleep. Then I'm sitting there, and then
You smoke and you fall asleep, and then that's
no.
when the fire
I'll be
would
sitting
happen.
there. I'll be sitting there, and then Crystal will ask me a question, and then I'll answer it. Tiny slur. And she'll be like, how fucking high are you? Bad.
No.
I'm not high, I'm drunk.
Lies. I only say that when it's only 7:30. Not 10:30.
Well, I mean, it's close.
Haven't you learned?
I mean, this is at 6:30 with Daniel.
6:30, 2:30. What are you talking about?
Time does Maisie go to bed?
So have you learned after this?
7:30-ish or something.
You probably don't want to invite us anymore because it
What?
just really goes south for you.
No, I like it when you guys come here. It's fun.
No, I don't learn anything. I'm sure I don't have to worry. I'll forget about this when I want to drive home. I'll be like, what I got to do?
One more and get out of here.
Yeah.
Let's do illegally recording conversations.
So we started watching that Britney Spears
Britney
documentary.
versus Spears. Controlling Britney.
Controlling
Spears,
Britney.
The Hulu one.
Yeah.
And obviously a huge story because
Bless
they just, the father, the no more conservatorship. It's big in the news. Anyway, when I was watching it, like, you know how they'll put text like to say like, this happened, and in the text there's like, this conversation was illegally recorded, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
and
Visible in court.
we've always heard that right throughout the radio, and like always like you can't
100%.
It depends per state though.
It's state by state, yeah.
It is state by state. Like some states, like California or Nevada, because they used to go film crank anchors in Nevada.
I remember that.
Nevada. What do you say? You
I
say
think it's-
Nevada.
I say Nevada.
Yeah, I think it's the same, like tomato.
I say Nevada.
But because
Nobody says tomato, by the way.
you're right.
British people
Yeah.
do.
My parents do.
Well,
it's like aluminium.
Guess what?
Yeah.
You know what?
Tomato.
In Spanish, they say hola, not hello. Like British, okay, they say tomato.
Well, that's a
It's not
different
the
word,
It is the English language. I don't know.
American English. Nobody says
You
tomato.
get them. You
Yeah.
get them. I like
Yeah.
that. Put my flag up. So anyway,
Well, you can't reference another country's language and then say, well, they say that.
But it's the same language.
Right, but they have a different dialect.
Tomato. Potato. Do they say potato?
Potato.
Nobody
Potato.
in England
Potato.
is talking about
Tomato.
Nevada.
So anyway,
Right?
the
You shouldn't have served me this creamsicle.
Yeah, Butler,
Sorry.
it's your fault.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
Get him.
Half the people in the Castleberry school system line is drunk.
That's true.
So anyway, they put that it's illegal to record someone's conversation or whatever. But I've never heard of it. Do they only do that so that can't be admissible in court? Because I've never heard of anybody ever getting in trouble for that. In my life, I've never heard of like, oh, he jail time or got this for illegally recording someone's conversation.
Well,
They just
that's
do
probably
it.
not that big of a story. Like if my coworker recorded me saying my boss was a dick and then showed it to my boss and then I got fired, I could.
Right. It depends what you're using it for,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So with
If you're
this,
using
in this
maliciously.
case, allegedly they were recording all of her phone calls, including ones with her own attorney, which is illegal, which will go against everything against the conservatorship because they were using that for their own case.
Yeah, well, in that instance, but I'm saying
The reason you don't hear it's only like a $500 fine. So,
But
think it's
I've
not
never
huge.
heard of anybody getting fined
Oh
for it.
my
I
God,
mean,
it's a $500 fine, then I'll just do the
It's a-
Craigslist calls all day long.
Yeah,
And just say,
Federal
"Come get me."
Wiretap Act faces, it could be 5 years, but a fine of $500 or both. But
is it just for
A lot of it is for
court
not
cases?
admissible. Yeah, a lot of it.
So basically, you made a law that just protects people for
incriminating themselves. Yes.
for court cases, but no one's actually getting fined or actually being charged.
Well, we
with,
should ask like
Well, the
Mo or
crank
somebody
yankers-
that's an actual
Yeah,
lawyer.
write this down too. Is it a case of you can record, you just can't release said recording?
No, it says
It's just you can't record at all.
Without-
Because some of them, you know, it's like, yeah, you can record it, but you just can't do anything with
Well,
it. I mean, you can keep it for yourself or if it's yours, but you can't do anything
Well, I
with
guess
it.
nobody would ever know if you did that.
Right.
Right.
But every state has different rules. And Florida,
in Florida,
you need,
it's a third-degree felony.
you need two-party consent, and that's why in Nevada you need only one party, so you could record someone. But so even if you did that in Florida, it is a felony. I've never heard of anybody. Or even any story of anybody, even in radio. We've been in radio for like a long time, and that happens all the time. Like
I've
no
never
one's ever
heard
got
of
in
it.
trouble
No.
for it. No, so it seems to me it's a law just
In
for
fact,
courts, right?
I'll go further to make your point. The only way I've ever heard of it is in cases where they go, this was illegally recorded,
Right.
here it is. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. It was illegally recorded. Why am I listening to it?
Well, then
you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
it's like...
I don't
well,
think
if
it's
it was-
admissible if it's
But
illegal.
my
Right.
point is that it doesn't matter. If you're
Yeah.
still getting it out there, the court of public opinion still stands,
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, things are still
Yeah,
manipulated,
yeah,
things
yeah.
happen. So my point is, if it's really...
Even like the false confessions
Yes.
or whatever. Yeah.
I'm like,
It's
why
the
do you
same
even
thing,
release
yeah.
that? If it's illegal, I almost feel like it's illegal.
Absolutely.
When did this law kind of go into date, though? Is it like dated back to like Watergate kind of scenario? Is it like?
It's
That's a good question.
It's always been a thing. I've always heard about it, and then I started thinking about it, and I was like, I've never heard of anybody ever actually being charged with just that crime of illegally
But you
recording
also
something.
probably weren't like seeking it out either.
Right.
It doesn't make news. It's not like people.
Yeah, but I would think someone in radio would get popped for it, or someone that
You're right.
in
I would
entertainment
imagine,
industry.
Oh, the illegally
Maybe they
recorded
did.
old Hulk Hogan banging what's her face.
Yeah, but my point is that stuff always gets released.
Yeah.
Like I've seen that video. Like the Hulk
video's
Hogan
fine, but not the
video
audio,
is
right?
Yeah, but that company
right.
got sued their asses off for it.
and they closed down.
Yeah.
Right?
But I'm
They
glad I got to see it.
Well, they got sued for it, but no one got if it's a third-degree felony, like as a criminal charge, right?
I'm
Like,
glad.
It's
I'm
weird.
Just
I
glad
don't know.
I got to see Hulk Hogan talk about eating Italian food and his big fat thermos cock.
The thing is, it's not a bit. That doesn't seem like a huge news story. Like secretly recording someone. I don't feel like that would make news, so then you wouldn't have heard about it. But maybe it does happen, and you just haven't heard about
Yeah,
it. You don't
small-
know everything or haven't heard everything.
Well,
right?
well,
Small
yeah,
time
you don't know
DA might
everything,
love
you
this.
I'm
idiot.
just saying, like,
Yeah.
why? If
But
you
I-
haven't heard of it before, doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
It's Miami friend syndrome.
Well, that is true, but you would think over the time of us talking and working this in the entertainment industry or radio or whatever, that some story of that would
You
pop
said the
up.
same thing about when I first started telling you about the Britney Spears thing. You're like, there's no way that Britney Spears would be held without blah, 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 for 13 years. I'm like, it's true.
I do think she's she's crazy. and her whole family knows she's crazy. And then
now you've done it.
What?
Samantha's gonna hate you.
You turned the whole. You were in the
Well,
bird.
let's just see if she's dead in 5 years.
You know what? I'd like to have the birds right now. I would take the birds over debating.
Maybe it
She
started.
She did immediately post nude pictures of herself, which I thought was
What's
awesome.
wrong with that?
Thank
pretty
you.
awesome.
There's nothing wrong with that.
She also was posting it before the court
she
date.
was.
So
maybe it
and she's
started-
also been half naked her entire life.
Yeah,
that other people were forcing her to wear these costumes.
It's just if the world saying you're crazy, posting nude pictures of yourself immediately, maybe
Validates.
not.
That's sexist as fuck.
No,
so you're doing it. See, now you're doing it.
I'm just saying.
Let's not end on a fuddy-duddy Friday. Let's end on a fun Friday.
All right.
How about that jug?
If it were
I thought
here
you were
right
talking
now.
about her tits.
More like
yeah, that's
Hershey Kisses. Good ones too.
Harshy Cars.
All right. Semantics. You got a new episode this
Yeah,
weekend?
we are recording tonight actually, and it'll be released this Sunday. And if you want to go back and listen to the last you heard about this one, which is the conspiracy theory podcast I do with my friend Derek, you can find that on patreon.com/semantics. It's free, and it's about the Bermuda Triangle, which we kind of touched on a couple weeks ago.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think. I don't remember if that was on air or off air. Oh, you know what? It was in the subgroup, the Facebook Live subgroup in the BDM Travelers group. That's what we were talking about.
The old Bermuda Triangle.
Which we're going to get back to next Monday, by the way.
Yep.
Happy International Podcast Day yesterday, guys.
Yeah.
Whatever. I mean,
There's every day is an international something.
It's something.
You
Oh,
pulled them all up today. There's today is also International Day of Older Persons.
All right.
So what is it?
It's just a day for old people. Like you're supposed to get out there and
What's considered old though?
help an old lady, 65
Oh,
plus.
well, older just means like you're older.
I'm
than
the
me.
oldest here. I'm the old man here.
So
that
I'm
means,
older than
happy
you.
older
so
person's
fine.
day.
I mean, that means everybody should probably give me a blowjob or something.
Butler, what's going on with
HR department?
the beer fest this weekend?
Well, you're looking at him.
So tomorrow we have the 5th almost annual Brew Tipper Fest at Brew Tap House in Tavares. I'll be out there. It starts I think around like 2, or actually it starts at 4. I got to be there earlier. But there's gonna be 35
Wait a
breweries.
minute. You said it started at 2.
Well, I got to be there early. But it's 35 different breweries, tons of different beers. There's 80 different beers. There's going to be food provided by BTW, which is Burgers, Tacos, and Waffles, which is the store right next door.
I'm BTW.
Tickets ahead of time, $40. Day of the event is $60. Definitely come touch tips. I got some swag.
What time do should I?
4 o'clock.
Well, if I get there at 2, are you going to be there?
I will greet you and deny you.
Okay.
Oh.
Wow.
You're looking to buy or sell a house, the Bart Merritt team, Bart Merritt Crystal Van. Contact, what's your cell phone number?
You want me to give my
Let me get them digits, girl.
It's 407-865-3863. Give me a text. Send me something funny. Send me an unsolicited picture.
No, come on.
Yeah.
I never got one before in my whole life.
Really?
Never.
Oh, hell, here it
Gonna
comes.
get
Tuna
flooded.
can special delivery.
All right.
That's 2 HR.
Thank you, BDMs. We do the BDM show on Monday, and we'll see you next week.
Andy?
Look, wait a minute. I can't publish that. It's mediocre.